Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream. We are back for episode 2 of the Lady Lavender campaign. Unfortunately, we are down one of our players tonight. I have some narrative ways to handle that. Where possible, they are going to be DMing their input to us on to Coen, or to Logical You, who is going to be playing Drizzle, Deepcurrent, and Wiess today, so there is that. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot in the name of, like, extra announcements more than normal. And we're just gonna go ahead and kick it right off. So, we are gonna hand it off to... You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna hand it off to Logical for the recap of last session. Holy shit. Thank you, Seiji. You are now up to 200 subs gifted.
Last session? What did we do last session? I think I was sick last session, too.
You were.
Last session, we had concluded with the boar hunt, and the results were in. Faeyra won, and Faeyra Mitzi won. Sigi won, or Uthemar won. Max got an honorable mention.
Also true.
And a live piglet, whose name is now Piggly Wiggly.
Yes.
The prizes were some very ornate guns, pistols, I believe.
Yep. And a long gun.
And a long gun. I couldn't remember if Uthemar's was a long gun or not.
Uthemar's was a musket,
it was
yes.
a rifle, musket thing.
Gotcha. Drizzle went and had a secret meeting with his friend and learned a little bit more about the Inquisition, and that he was being sort of scouted.
Yeah. Inquisitorial talent scout.
Yeah, and Drizzle was beyond beside himself excited. What else?
Only a couple more things.
We saw a griffin. A guy came on a griffin to deliver a package, and Drizzle got yelled at by Mitzi.
This is true.
But
I mean,
to
be fair,
you ass hammer.
You were yelled at by Mitzi for waking Mitzi. You can't just say that you were yelled at by Mitzi because there was a package. That's a little misleading.
Hey, I don't know.
Would Mitzi yell at somebody because the package existed?
No.
I believe
she's not Navarra as much as you might like her to be.
We talked to Kosia. Kosia mentioned the kobolds, and we had a little discussion about that job. He told us that it shouldn't be too big of a problem, and pretty much just that the kobolds were in there and that the miners were out.
Yep.
Those were kind of the
one keynote that you may have forgotten, but I think is important to mention in relation to that. You were promised referral letters to other nobility in the region upon completion of the task, in addition to the fact that you were paid up front for doing the task at all.
Oh, that's right. We had to go to the creepy doll bank.
You mean the regular-ass bank?
Shut up.
There was nothing creepy about that scene. You're the one who made it creepy.
So, but yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that sums it up. So, opening this scene, as I mentioned, any of the non-magical items that you guys wanted, we're going to go ahead and breeze right the fuck over that. Y'all just have them. Which brings the important question. What does... obviously, just subtract your gold. As the normal number of gold, I'm not doing any tweaks or mods on that particular gold totals. So, what do people want to do first? Do we want to go to Leofrich's Leatherworks and get the collar for Piggly Wiggly? Or put in the order for the collar for Piggly Wiggly? Do we want to hit up the magic store, or do we want to go and look for an apothecary? Mitzi has voiced that she needs an apothecary.
I was wondering if we could distribute the gold that we were given to the
I
players?
think that was automatically.
That was assumed to have been done, yes, during that period. Drizzle messaged the group last week how much that is. I think it was like 127, 157 each or something like that.
67.
167.
Silver.
Yep.
Okay.
Like 5 silver or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, for those who are interested in that total, it is in our group DM.
I see it. I found it. There we go.
Feel free to add that to your
171
sheets.
GP, 4 silver points.
71. We're
So-
only getting 67.
I don't know. Which shop are we going to first? Magic, Leofrich's, or Apothecary?
Let's just go to Leofrich's, get that done and over with, and then we can
Alright.
go.
And then we
We'll
can
do
head over.
Leofrich's, let's do Magic second, and we'll do Apothecary last.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, you guys are walking through the streets. The festival is really over, but there's you're in that overflow day where there's still tourists in town. Some of the people have packed up their stalls and packed up their shops, but there's still other people who are out there really putting in that hustle, trying to get that extra money out of the tourists as they're on their way out of town. There's a lot more carts and carriages rushing through the streets rather than people. You have to sidestep a carriage more than once to avoid getting yourself stomped on by a Clydesdale, but, you know, it's easy enough to navigate. Most of you have been in a city before. Faeyra, in particular, is probably the most adept at this, besides Weilinn. Faeyra and Weilinn both having hailed from very large cities. And you make your way to Leofrich's Leatherworks. It's a smaller shop, kind of on the north side of town. It looks like it should be run down, but it isn't, if that makes sense. Like, everything about it seems like it should be worse off than it is. The paint's a little bit dull, so dull that you would think it's in disrepair, but the wood's actually of really high quality. The tanning rack outside is like 2 shades shy of shoddy. Like, there's all this stuff that seems just a little bit off about it. But it seems to be a relatively popular shop, and as you look through the glass windows, which are just a little bit dusty, you can even see that the suits of leather armor and pieces of leather bag work and all that shit that's on display is of supreme craftsmanship. It is clear this man does not necessarily care for the shop itself, but clearly cares for his craft. I assume you are all pushing your way inside?
Yeah.
You push your way inside, there's a ding, the scent of chemicals just assaults you immediately, fills your nostrils, it burns slightly as it does so. And behind the counter, you hear a bunch of crashing and banging, and a man kind of yells for a minute, and you hear him call out, "Carl, no, look, put the box down, and then pick up the other box. These are volatile chemicals. If they mix together, there will be an explosion, and I will hold you personally responsible. I know your father has enough money to fix the shop. He will not be happy with you if he has to fix the shop." And the bell that dinged when you guys came in alerts him that you're there, and he kind of like pushes in from the back. "Ah, hello. He's got kind of a he's got one of those like short beards, just on the chin. It's kind of tufty. It's got the early inside of white in it. He's got really dark hair, short cropped, also with white along the edges of the temple. And he's wearing glasses and a dirty smock. "Ah, welcome to Leofrich's Leatherwork. I am Leofrich. What can I do for you all today?"
I'm gonna step up and just be like, okay, got 2 things. One, I need some studded leather armor. I assume you can make that. Your craftsmanship looks very fine.
He looks down at you. One moment. And he actually steps out from behind the counter, pulls a tape measure out from his belt, and immediately just starts measuring you. Fairly normal for a stout halfling. I actually have some in stock.
Awesome. Second thing, I was told you could do something for me about this. I'm just gonna like bend down and pick up the pig that's next to me and just like hold it out to him.
This is a little bit more alive than the skin I usually work with.
Yeah, no. I was told you could make me a collar. I have the slip somewhere, and I'm like looking through my pockets. I pull out like my vials of acid. No, this is not it. No.
Yes. The Baron did send word that I was to make a pig's collar. This all makes sense now. You must be the man who brought back the live piglet from the boar hunt.
Yes, you are correct.
Excellent. And what would you like the styling on this particular piece to be? And what is the name of the piglet?
Well, styling, I am not much for aesthetics. Faeyra, you are kind of pretty. What is something good for a pig?
God.
Leofridge is gonna give you a side look before Faeyra even gets to answer, and just goes, "You might do better with the ladies if you referred to them as just pretty instead of kind of pretty." Anyways,
I'm not
Madame,
into her anyways.
I am deferring to you, apparently.
Way to put me on the spot, Max. Great.
Do you need me to initiate the 2-minute combat timer?
DoorDash is there.
Okay, did they actually find it, or do I have to go
I'll go
find
get it,
them?
Aggie.
Okay.
I'll go get it.
I tried to tell him where you are.
Doesn't need to be anything fancy, right? Just a collar.
Spikes? What do you think about like some spikes around
spikes
it?
would be pretty cool.
Alright, I can do spikes.
Yeah. Maybe just some little spikes with like some black embroidering. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Simple brown leather, black embroidery, spikes, I can do that. And the name of this pig, assuming you want that on the collar.
I mean, we were joking about calling it Piggly Wiggly, but I think that's kind of what's sticking.
Yeah, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly it is, and
Name.
you would like that embroidered on the collar, I assume?
Yeah, that's fine.
Very good. I will definitely get that started. It will take me a day or two. You can come pick it up.
That's fine. We have some business to attend to anyways. We're not leaving anytime soon.
Alrighty. When should I expect you back? When it's done, or are you
How
going
far
to do
was
business
the
out of town?
mine?
3 days out of town.
Oh. Are we leaving tonight? Tomorrow? What are you guys thinking?
I'm leaving today.
I think you're
Back in about a week or so.
possible.
Alright, I will make sure to have it for you in a week.
Oh, are the bracelets gonna be ready soon too? Like that's gonna take a couple days, I think.
Yes, the bracelets will be a couple of days. I'll figure out which ones to set aside for all of you. Can I get your names? And he pulls out a little notebook and a quill.
Uthemar.
Faeyra, okay. And you'll note that this quill has not been dipped in ink, but it is most certainly writing.
That's a
Faeyra.
nifty trick.
Indeed, they're relatively inexpensive, and I do alright for myself. They're much more useful than having to carry around a pot of ink, and what if you spill it on your leatherworking? That would be very bad.
I used to
My
dye
name
my
is
leather with
Uthemar.
Uthemar, yours, young lad, and he points at you, Max. Or Weilinn.
Weilinn.
Oh, Weilinn, and, what about you, Blue Man?
Yes, sorry.
Your name?
Name.
Oh, Drizzle.
Drizzle, and you young lady with the white hair.
Give me a second to channel inner Wiess.
Can I do a Weiss voice?
Wiess? Wiess.
Wise, alright. Also, Sigi, the person may say they're here, but Coen could not find them. And he points at the drow. And, the drow gentleman, your name?
Yeah, like Nancy said.
Well, my name is Velkin.
Velkin. Alright, very good. And he folds it up, tucks it into his breast pocket. Alright, so...
It's me.
Oh, yes, I am sorry. How could I forget the giant Amazonian in the room. You said her name was Mitzi? Your name is Mitzi? He
Yeah.
turns to her. Yeah. Writes that down. Perfect. Okay. He pulls it back in his pocket. Now you
We
young
have
gentleman.
matching bracelets from the same door.
You young gentleman, you need a suit of armor. You said studded leather, yes?
Whatever you have that's the most defensive, I assume studded is probably all you have.
Studded is, in fact, the most defensive leather armor we have, yes. There is technically hide armor, if that provides a little bit... It's a little less skin tight. It can be paired with gambeson. You can wear the gambeson under the hide, and that gives you additional bonus.
Is that an actual thing? I've not ever heard of a gambeson.
Gambeson is one of the items that we added to Amber Hail. It has the same stats as studded leather armor, but it is allowed to, as long as you have both light armor proficiency and the proficiency in the armor you're wearing over it, you're allowed to wear both, and it confers a +1, sort of like a shield gives you a +2.
Oh, so I could have studded leather and the gambeson?
No, you could have hide and gambeson.
Oh. What is hide? Am I proficient with hide?
Hide is medium, so if you're proficient in medium armors, then yes.
Don't remember. No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
No, yeah, I'll just have the studded leather. I'm not much for the bigger sets of armor. I need to be able to move quickly.
Fair enough. Alright, let me head to the back real quick and I'll get you a couple of options. Do you have a preference of color?
Black? Does she have it?
Black? I do. I only have one black suit though, so I'll have to grab just that one.
That's fine.
And he dips back into the back and you hear him go, Alright, Carl! That suit of armor there, don't drop it. And be careful of the turpentine. And you hear it, yeah, okay. And he takes a couple minutes, but he comes back out with this suit, this nice folded suit of studded leather armor. It's black. It's got a little bit of ribbing, so that it kind of has some raised areas. Along those raised areas are where he riveted the studs on, so that if like a blade were to hit it, odds are good it's going to have a little bit of raisedness to hit instead of just the armor or the cloth just directly on top of you.
Okay, cool. That looks wonderful. How much do I owe you for this?
Give the DM one moment to look up the actual price of studded leather.
45.
That would be 45 GP.
Alrighty, I can do that, and I just hand over 45.
Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business. Anyone need anything else?
Nope.
Alright.
Put the regular leather armor on Piggly Wiggly.
You can hand him the regular leather armor and ask him if he can remake it to fit Piggly Wiggly.
So, idea. Could you take this armor, and I'm gonna just pull, like the motion to the one I'm wearing. Could you take this, since I have the new armor, and make it to fit the pig?
He holds it up, looks at the pig, or like grabs a little bit of it, kind of like sizes you up. I do believe there's enough material here for me to cut it up and make a suit of armor for the pig, yes.
How much would that be?
Because it's a neat idea, I'll give you a very steep discount. I've never done this before, so I can't guarantee it'll be perfect, but it does sound like fun. Tell you what, 10 gold.
You know what? That sounds fine to me. Whenever Piggly Wiggly grows up, I plan on, training him how to fight in combat. So this is going to be good to kind of get him used to being hit.
A battle ball!
This is the moment that Weilinn decided he was multi-classing into ranger.
Yes, absolutely. Anyways, I'm gonna just like pull off the leather armor, keeping just like my basics on, and then donning the studded and giving him the leather.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and rule that since you're wearing shift weave, you can kind of like pull the leather off, and the shift weave will just like fill in the gaps, and you're still wearing like a perfect set of clothing, whatever you want it to be looking like at that time. And it almost looks like you're ripping leather out of your shirt, and it just kind of melds through weirdly.
Weird.
Cool.
Are those bracelets gonna have everybody's names on them?
Yes, they are. That's why I needed your names.
Oh. Can you put like a little heart next to mine and Missy's?
Oh.
Sure. That is doable.
Have you ever seen a D20? I feel like me and Wiess need a D20.
Yes, I have seen D20s. I can do that.
My bag somewhere. I like start looking for my game kit. Do I find a D20 in my game kit?
What kind of game kit was it?
You
don't
proficient
remember.
in dice?
I don't remember. I just have game kit is what it says.
My rogues are always proficient in dice.
Alright, if you're proficient with dice and that's the kit you have, then yeah, sure.
It is... Oh, it just says gaming set. I don't know if I actually chose
You
one.
never picked it then.
I don't think I chose it.
You can choose it now. Dice.
Dice! It's dice!
Yours is actually not just dice, you have a full set of role-playing dice. And in your gaming kit is a pamphlet for something called D&D, which is something that you guys would use back in Ozenhercher to kind of plan and simulate missions.
Nice. I'm just gonna make sure nobody sees that. Oh, well, let's see. That's not part of the...
It's a well-known war game. Ozenhercher is not the only people who use it, but that is why you have it. It's actually very common for adventurers to use D&D to plan out their adventures in advance and make sure they're not going to die. Make sure the DM calculated the CRs before they go into the dungeon. I mean, what?
Okay, that is it for me. There's a D20 if you need to know what it looks like.
Nope, I'm well aware. In my adventuring days, I played a good bit of D&D myself. And yes, this is canon, by the way. This is not a meme for right now. This is something that I decided to canonize the other day.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
D&D
right.
inside of D&D.
D&D inside of D&D. D&Deception.
Deception.
What happens if we're playing D&D and then our characters play D&D inside of D&D inside of D&D?
You know, it's super funny. We actually talked about doing that as a concept once, Azzy and I.
Yeah.
D&Dception.
All right.
I would literally let you do that.
Deeper.
I will cap it at one layer of D&D and D&D. You can't play D&D and D&D and D&D. That's a little bit too much D.
Oh, there's never enough D.
Even a 10-cent whore, even a 10-cent whore can't handle that much D.
Oh.
I'm sorry, 10 copper. But no. So you guys are on your merry way, and next you are looking for the magic shop, correct?
Magic shop. Yep.
All right. Give me one moment to take a massive bite of cheeseburger, and then I will get right on that.
I'm gonna go spend all of my money.
Yeah, Drizzle is going to be spending all of his money and Weiss's money, so...
Oh, cheeseburger sounds so good.
Ah, food.
I put all my money in the bank.
You did, like a smart person.
I'm so jelly.
So, you guys are looking for a magic shop. And there are a number of magic shops that you would know of in the town, just kind of from hearing people talk. But as you're walking through the streets, you hear, or you see a of light come from behind you.
Faeyra, not in the city.
I knew it!
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you!
Fireball or something and
Anyone who wants to can make me an Arcana check real quick to try to identify the flash without looking.
Sure.
No. I'm just assuming it's Faeyra.
I mean, normally that's a safe assumption.
I roll a 2. Ouch. I was looking around anyway. I was trying to see.
You said an Arcana check?
Arcana.
Yes.
Yeah. And 14.
14, okay.
For Drizzle, white for white.
I'm gonna stick with my
Really,
real dice.
Wow.
Physical dice, man.
I got a 9. Drizzle 9. Wiess. 22.
22. Okay. Wiess is the only one that actually passes the check. Besides maybe Velkin. I didn't actually look at Velkin's number.
We got a 22.
Yeah, I got a
Velkin
22
also
as well.
passes. Okay, so both of you recognize, just without even turning around, the type of magic that was just used was teleportation magic.
See,
Well,
I
I'm
couldn't
gonna-
do teleportation if I wanted to.
Well, you didn't recognize it.
All right.
Nobody said it yet.
What was that flash?
That's very concerning.
it's
Rifle
Faeyra, I
out,
told
hammer
you.
back. Looking around. What's around?
So, you notice a building that was not there before. Kind of wedged in the space between two other buildings.
You motherfucker.
It is a extravagant building with,
There is an extra building.
despite the fact that it is relatively thin. It has a giant sign that doesn't seem like it should even be able to fit on the space that it does, that just says, Ember Emerson's Enchantment Emporium, in big, flashing letters.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that looks like a magic shop.
Where did it come from?
Well,
It wasn't there a minute ago.
I guess the question isn't really where did it come from, it's the question of is it friendly?
That's a good
No,
question,
it's an
too.
angry magic shop. It's going to eat you the second you walk in.
It
well,
could be a giant
that is
mimic.
always a possibility. I still remember, I heard the story from one guy. He said the building blinked, and then they set it on fire, and then half the town disappeared in a flash.
Yeah.
I don't want to know anything about blinking buildings, but I would like to see what they have for sale.
Yeah, magic shop. I'm dragging
I wanna
Mitzi
go
towards
in.
the magic shop.
Okay. One moment here to finish eating some more french fries, and I will narrate.
Did I get the right kind for you?
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Mm.
He told you the magic wasn't me, Weilinn.
Until it kills you.
I did do it. Not every random flash of light comes from me. Just most of them.
9 times out of 10, though.
Just most of them.
But not every time.
Alright, so. You push the door open into this shop. It is the brightest place. It's way brighter than it was outside. It's actually a sunny day in the Pendragon Commonwealth today, and it is brighter in here than it is outside.
Yeah.
The colors are a weird mix. It doesn't seem to be necessarily anything coming specifically from just one place. There's glowing objects peppering the walls, swords, knives, bows, armor, glowing orbs that seem to scream as you walk past, glowing orbs that definitely don't scream as you walk past, books that blink at you, books that don't. Anything and everything that you want seems to be here. And it also seems to be infinitely big. And yet,
Yeah.
all too easy to walk straight up to the front counter.
I want to walk up and see if there's any, like, enchanted breastplates here.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's certainly enchanted breastplates, and as you walk up to a shelf that has some, and kind of start looking at it, the shelf just starts rotating, and as it does, like, one breastplate will blink out and another breastplate will blink in.
Oh, that's cool.
I just what?
So I guess I'll look for something that gives me like add something more to my I guess strength or even better constitution.
Hmm. So looking at them, you're having a hard time necessarily identifying what each one is. You may make an Arcana check if you'd like, or you can,
Okay.
try to find the shopkeep. It's also an option.
If I fail the Arcana, I can always go and try to find the shopkeep, and I roll a 10.
Sure enough, you fail.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and check the front desk to see if there's a bell,
Mm-hmm.
and if there is, I'll ring the bell.
There is something that looks like it is probably a bell. It's vaguely bell-shaped, but it doesn't seem to have a ringer on the top.
I'll tap it and see if it rings.
Yeah. As you tap it, you don't hear anything. But very quickly, like a hole opens up on the ceiling, and a dude comes flying down in a flash of fire.
Cool.
Welcome to Ember Emerson's Enchantment Emporium. I am Ember Emerson. What can I do for you? And as you see this man, he is very short, and anyone who's tall enough to see over the counter can see he is standing on a step stool. He's kind of portly. He's got very, very orange skin that seems to glow, pointed ears, a big beard that seems to almost be on fire, and slicked back hair that's kind of rising up in flames as well.
Hello, good sir.
Hello, hello.
I was looking at the breastplates over here, and I would like to see if you had one that would be able to boost my constitution, please.
Yes, of course we have breastplates like that. Exactly how much would you like it boosted? And of course, what's your budget? Because that does affect whether or not you can afford it.
I was hoping for around maybe the 50 gold to maybe 100 gold range.
Sir, these are magic items. They're enchantments. 100 gold will get you one of these. And he holds up a little, what looks to be a leather dice bag.
Magic items are expensive.
Yeah, I've never shopped for magic items before. I've never shopped for anything like this before because I never really had a need for it. My village would make everything and they would do all the enchantments themselves, so...
Fair enough. It's always handy to have an enchanter around. Like this man! And he literally just points at Velkin. As he pulls out a pair of spectacles, rubs them, looks at you, they glow for a second. As I suspected, an artificer!
Oh,
Yes, where I'm from, we also make our own enchantments, and then we turn around and sell them for crazy amounts of money.
And see, that is
how the clan keeps going.
That is what you do. That is the best way to handle things.
But that is a totally different thing.
You know, when I am in town, I may have some contract work for you, actually.
I could always use a good contract.
Excellent.
What do you mean in town? Are you not here
are a lot
physically?
smaller when traveling.
Tell you what.
But I was wondering.
Sure, you can
I was
wonder all you
wondering,
like.
Because one of the things that happens when we do travel is it often gets cold at night, and even though I am a little bit better with the cold, there's sometimes where it is still too not okay. I was looking at building something, and I see you have most of the things here, but we're still missing a few key components. It is a thermal cube. It gets hot. That's all it does.
I might
but I'm
actually
missing
have
key
one of those in
components here.
stock.
It is possible.
Would you like to buy one, or would you prefer to make it yourself?
I'm predominantly looking to build.
Fair enough. Hold on, 1 second. And he, reaches into that dice bag that he had held up, pulls a rock out, boings it at you. Catch! And as it coasts, it kind of flames a little bit as it lands in your hand gently. That is a sending stone that links directly to me. And with this, we will be able to communicate where and when we will be, and perhaps I can make sure that I am in the right place at the right time to contract you when I need work.
Ah, yes.
Talkies.
This is very useful. Yes.
And, additionally, if you ever need me to shop around for anything specific for you, then of course I can make sure that, or do my best to make sure that the stock is what you need at the given time.
Just out of character, is anybody else hearing Azzy like a VHS tape going backwards?
No.
Huh?
Just me.
Did it sound forward that time?
You're doing it on purpose now, but it hasn't changed anything.
Well, no, I was saying, like, if I do it on purpose, can you then understand it? Does it, like, reverse whatever I'm saying?
Holy shit.
So guessing no.
I'm guessing no as well. You were asking a question,
Pause.
my fine elvish fellow, and he points at you, Uthemar. What was that about?
What do you mean, what was that about?
You asked a question, I didn't catch it.
Oh, I was just kind of, confused, is all. I'm
what?
fine, I'm fine.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Confused about the pricing and stuff. If Velkin can enchant stuff, I could just buy a breastplate and have him enchant it for me if I give him, like, the materials, right?
Theoretically, the materials are usually relatively expensive themselves, though. And it takes skills, and I imagine he would charge for his labor as well.
Well, we're kind of pals, friends. I guess I might be able to convince him to give me a nice discount.
That's really a steep thing to say about Velkin.
I'm just saying, we're in the same party anyway.
I know. That was just me as a DM being amused by you attempting to call Velkin friend at this point in time.
Hey, he can't tell me. He can't tell that I'm BSing, can he? I'm just.
Roll me a deception check. Roll me a deception check.
You channeling your inner Wayland's not great at deception either. We found that out when he was trying to steal everyone's boars.
I know. I'm not one.
Yeah, you channeled your inner Weylin, alright?
Well, yeah, we're acquainted. We're acquaintances, and we've been traveling together. So
I've
I saw
never
him
met this
blow up
man
another
before in my
shop.
life.
I saw him blow up a shop because the shopkeeper had stolen something of his, and maybe I shouldn't be disclosing this information. I don't know why I'm talking. I'm gonna shut up now.
What did the man steal from you? And he turns and looks at Velkin.
Intellectual property. He took an entire book full of my manuscripts and drawings.
Oh yes, that most certainly
And then was
deserves a
trying
good
to-
blowing up.
Engineer them.
That most certainly deserves a good blowing up. Good man, and he claps.
I know, right?
And he, like, wants to clap you on the shoulder, so he hops down from his stool, walks around the counter, and claps you on the hip. This man is around Wayland's height. He's a little bit taller, but not significantly. He's around 3-4 feet.
Do you have enchanted bags
Of course.
that will hold more stuff?
How about a haversack?
I have
believe
those.
They're called bags of holding.
How
Well,
much are they?
There are bags of holding, there are haversacks, there are pouches of holding, greater pouches of holding. Oh, and the new invention from out of Ozenhercher, there's the Molly system.
Do I know what this is?
Yeah, you probably would. It's mostly used by the Spec Ops in Ozenhercher because they're expensive as all hell. The kit went out total. It's like 3,500 gold pieces. But
How
they're
much is the haversack?
all you would know, Weilinn, for the most part, is that they are really, really nice magical backpacks, which allow you to carry absurd amounts of ordnance and toys. Do you ask him how much the haversack is?
Yes.
Haversacks. Let me see here. And he goes fumbling around with his papers to try to find the exact price. Apparently, I have lost the paper upon which I wrote the price.
Or a haver pouch. Little pouches that hold a absurd amount.
Prices written the fuck down. I had a whole ass note card that all it was this. That was like a lot of what I did. Aha! I put it somewhere where I wouldn't forget it. The worst thing to do when you have ADHD.
Agreed.
I found it. Alright. A Hayward's Handy haversack will run you about 1,000 gold pieces. And you said the pouches, yes? You wanted to know about the pouch? This pouch here that I'm holding, that is only 100 gold pieces. The slightly bigger version, that one is 250. And somebody mentioned a bag of holding. That will run you 500.
Oh, well, my backpack is getting kind of heavy. It weighs about 100 pounds now. I need a bag that's big enough for all of my stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to
I'm
carry
encumbered with my stuff.
everything, that would be a Hayward's Handy haversack. That holds about 120 pounds in the main pocket, and even more in the side pockets.
I don't have that much.
A bag of holding carries 80, and the next larger bag down, that would be the greater pouch of holding. That holds 30 pounds.
So the bag of holding?
Bag of holding is 500.
Correct.
I don't have that much.
I have 206 gold plus 9 platinum.
If you are really looking to carry lots and lots of goods, and you have a cart, I might have an interesting item for you as well. And he,
I don't have a cart.
And he walks behind the counter and pats a barrel. This barrel is about the same height as he is. A little bit taller, because he's a little bit less than 4 feet. It's a 4-foot tall barrel, 2 feet wide. This here will hold 500 pounds of stuff.
How much is that?
500 GP. 1 gold for every poundage of carry weight. It's a great deal.
And you said which little pouch does 50 pounds?
30 pounds. And that is one of these, and he rifles around and holds up a little pouch about the size of a purse. I have different styles as well, and he, like, taps the side of it, it turns into a purse. Taps the side of it again, it's a small mailbag. Taps the side of it again, it's like a little rectangular pouch you hook on your belt.
And how much is that one?
Taps it again, it's a fanny pack. That would be 250.
Okay. So I would be spending most of my gold on that. You said there's 100 gold?
There is one for 100 gold. That one holds 5 pounds. Is this?
5 pounds.
And he
That's
holds
not
up
enough.
and he holds up the dice bag.
That's just a dice bag.
But it's a dice bag that holds 5 pounds of things. It is what I like to call the weightless coin purse.
Uthemar's just gonna sigh. Okay. What is the conversion rate of platinum to gold again?
1 platinum is 10 gold pieces.
Yes.
Yes. So that would mean that I have to give you 200 gold plus 5 platinum.
That would be accurate for one of these pouches here. And as you guys are negotiating, you see Wiess like grab her head for a second. I'm getting a phone call? A mental call? I'll meet you at the cart. And excuses herself.
All right.
Uh-oh.
And as she's on the way out the door, she goes, "Don't worry, it's just Mother."
Oh! Alright, tell her I say hi.
I'll go ahead and take out the gold and the 5 platinum and hand it to him. I really need something because I have way too much stuff in my backpack.
What style would you like?
How about the pouch that hooks to your waist?
Alrighty.
Not
And
the fanny pack thing.
he taps the other side of it and it switches back. Here you are.
Alright, and subtracting 200 gold. And...
You already subtracted the amount for the breastplate, right?
Did you buy
yes.
it? Did you buy? You bought a breastplate last session?
In between sessions, quote unquote.
In between sessions, yeah. I had already subtracted.
You said Mitzi, right?
Yeah.
Scottish. Ye. Aye, there ya. Alright. Yes, darling.
I'm gonna borrow 50 gold.
I suppose it depends
Get the
on...
bag.
For the bag? Sure.
Yeah.
And she hands you 50 gold.
I want one of those two. One of those square belt ones.
Very good, very good. And he looks you up and down, now in your new flashy clothes. I can see you're a woman of taste. Well, I was thinking more black with pink highlights, like it's in your token.
Ooh. Yeah, that works.
And he taps it to, or it's already the right one, so he starts, like, scrolling up on it, essentially, to, like, change colors. Until he gets on what he was looking for. And there you are. Payment, please.
I'll give him all of my money.
Well, watch this. And he tosses it up, opens his sleeve, it disappears down his sleeve, and just vanishes. Like, you see it go partway down the sleeve and poof.
That's cool. How did you do that?
Magic, my dear.
I mean, I can do magic, but I can't do that.
Different magic, then.
That seems similar to what the elves, or whatever they were, the mechanical things over at the bank were doing with the money.
They were people. They weren't mechanical things.
They looked mechanical to me.
They're creepy as fuck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They didn't look natural.
They don't look like dolls. They look like people with porcelain skin that are small.
Yes,
Still
that's
the
why
thought of that I do not like.
I'm just saying, I don't know how one could mistake that for mechanical. There's nothing about it that looks mechanical. It's not like they have, like, lines on each of their joints. It's like where their joint moves.
That'd be fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I was under the impression they were, like...
No, that was
not
the part.
actually living like they were...
No, they are straight up.
Actual people.
They are small. They look like humans with slightly pointed ears. They are small and they just have porcelain-colored skin that is slightly glossy.
That's creepy as fuck.
And they talk with...
Yes,
Okay.
the bankers. It is
I'm
relatively similar to the bankers, though much more related to the fact that I can, move this entire building from place to place.
Oh, so it's like teleportation.
Of course.
Well, that was what we experienced outside. It was teleportation.
Oh, that wasn't Faeyra blowing stuff up?
Told you.
Well, is anybody a horse right now?
No.
Why would
Then
anyone
it
be a
was
horse? And he gives, like, a
Oh,
quizzical
he's
look.
turned into a horse?
She turned into a horse a couple of times.
No,
When she
I only
cast-
did that once.
You also
Oh.
blinded the party, so that
I
was
only did
fun.
that once.
Fair.
She has wild magic.
Ah! No casting in the store, then.
Yeah, obviously.
What can I get for anyone else? You guys
I
looking like
need-
adventurers, perhaps healing potions?
I need shit to copy stuff into my spell book. Yay,
Ah,
wizard
the requisite
exclusive
inks. Inks, paper. Do you need anything besides ink or paper?
Nope. I have a couple of spells I need to
Alrighty.
figure out.
How much do you
How
need?
many? 50? That's 50.
For some reason, we measure in this world. We measure the paper and ink by the cost, as opposed to by the cost by the
I know,
paper and
right?
ink. It's very strange. I've never understood why wizards work that way. I tried to value
I
it
don't
the logical way. I tried to go, well, this much paper and this much ink costs this much. But every wizard that I ever tried to talk to was very confused by this, and they're like, no, I need 50 GP worth. And I'm like, fine. And so I just started pricing it that way.
It is very annoying because it is what they teach you, and at a certain point, it just becomes very hard to not.
Why would anyone teach you to shop that way? That doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know, right? Oh god.
See, this is the problem with formally trained wizards. And he, pounds on the counter.
So, I need. I will take 100 to 200 golds worth of inks and paper.
Alright, and he
A lot of use of paper.
he leans down under the desk and starts shuffling things down, and you hear him kind of moving papers and opening lids and closing things, and he hands you a little box. It's a cardboard box, kind of, but it's a really hard paper composite. And he hands it to you. This should be everything you need.
Alright, thank you. I have a question.
I do need that 200 GP.
Yes. I'm pulling out my money as I'm talking to them.
Okay.
I have a scroll here for a very odd spell, and I'm trying to figure out which level it could be considered. And I will pull out the weird insect spell.
He's going to pull out those glasses again. They flash again. They flash again.
I know,
And
right?
again.
It's odd.
He cocks his head, flashes one more time. I have never seen anything like this.
Neither have I.
And it is not in my library's database.
I know. I'm very curious. I'm probably going to try to transcribe it. That's why I got a little bit extra money. I'm not quite sure how much this is actually going to cost. So
Fair enough.
I'm pumping roughly 100 gold into just that. I'm more like 150 gold.
I'm honestly not sure. You know what it does? That might give me a little bit better judgment.
From what I've been able to actually discern, it does a very interesting thing. It summoned bugs that were able to take over people, take control of their mental.
Well, that's mildly alarming.
I know. I want to inscribe it to see if I can change the spell and the base formula to make it a little less destructive, or to find ways to counter it if we ever have to face it.
I can't tell you I know exactly what level it would be and what tier of magic, but there's a tier 3 spell, which I know of, which allows you to summon Fae, and there's a tier 6, which allows you to summon Fiends.
So, probably 2 or 3, second or third level. Alright.
Though each of those only allows you to summon one thing, that's what's particularly odd. That seems to allow you to summon more from what you tell.
It does.
Do you know if it summons or does it open doors?
What's it just summon the queen and then queen maybe
I am-
offspring? I don't.
We came into this in a cave where a large ritual circle had already been prepared, and there were already some infected. So we're not actually quite sure. We've never seen it in action, but it does require some exploration. I would be down to share my findings with you whenever I conduct my experiments.
And I would be interested in them.
All right. Drizzle will hold out his hand.
He'll hold out his. Ring on every single finger.
Yeah.
Nice silk purple shirt. And he will shake your hand.
Alright. That was a lot of gold I just spent. Alright.
Yeah, it was.
Just are you done? I need some stuff as well.
Yes, I'm good. This is literally all I needed.
I was hoping you had some bracers to maybe let me use a longbow. As you can see, I'm not exactly the quite type to use one of those naturally.
Yes, I feel like the better option would be to actually change the size of the longbow. I can't imagine it would be easy for anyone of our stature to really shoot one of those. The problem primarily being that it's too big, it's unwieldy. I feel like the better option would be to enchant the bow. But I can see what I've got.
I had not thought of that. I'm not an enchanter.
And that's fair, that's fair. Give me a moment here, and he, pulls out a big book, sets it on the counter, licks his fingers, it opens itself, and the pages start moving as he is skimming through it.
It's a big book.
Indeed. Okay. Where is what I am looking for? Here is the doc.
God damn it, Coen.
Well, I think there is one thing that I have that might work that isn't shrinking the size of the bow itself, while keeping its power regiment relatively the same. I could theoretically see if a Faeyra rune would work.
A what?
Faeyra rune. They are a type of magic primarily from the lands of Jotun. Faeyra runes allow you to...
What would that do?
It allows you to impart the skill, a specific skill set onto an individual, simply by attuning to the item.
Okay. And how much would that cost?
Well, let's see here. First, let me see if I even have a Faeyra rune of longbow. And he pulls out, one of those pouches of holding, one of the bigger ones, and just starts pulling out rune stones and setting them on the counter, searching through them. Well, I found one. It's not necessarily exactly for it. It's more of a blank. I could finish the rune to make it more specific and actually allow you to use the item. Now, let me see if I have one that's already prefabricated. Aha! And he pulls one out. Here we go. I found it. These are a little bit more limited than traditional Faeyra runes. I haven't actually sold one in quite some time. You know what? Given how much gold that the rest of you have spent here so far, and given that I really could just use to clear this item out of my stock entirely, 100 gold pieces is all I'll charge for this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'll take it. I'm just need over 100 gold.
Very good. You will need to attune to this.
I'm gonna look around and be like,
right.
I can help it.
Not
what
magically
does that
inclined.
mean?
You said you wanted it inset into a bracer?
Whatever lets me use this longbow, yeah,
I mean, you could simply hold it on your person, but then it could get lost. You could put it on a necklace. There's many ways you could handle it.
I have this ring, could we...
That ring's a bit small for the runestone. The runestone's about, 2 inches tall by inch and a half wide.
Oh, gotcha. What would you recommend? I don't often deal with this kind of thing.
Are you wearing your dagger bracer right now?
Probably not, because the dagger just is out all the time.
Are you wearing any kind of bracers at all?
Yeah, I mean, I just have, the leather...
Leather bracers? I could
Yeah.
certainly meld it into that bracer very quickly if you'd like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. And he kind of walks over to you, grabs your wrist, kind of jerks it up to him a little bit, sets it down, and you watch fire spout from his fingertips. You can feel the heat as it, like, almost melts the leather and forms the leather up over the runestone, kind of forming a seamless little, trying to figure out the word, remember the word for it. What's the thing that you inset into? Not clasp. Not socket.
I don't know what you're referencing.
I don't know either. Well, it's inset permanently in there very seamlessly. There's a little layer, a rim around the runestone. So it shouldn't be able to fall out.
Okay.
There you are.
Because they usually set for like a ring or something like that. It's an eyelet, I think.
Yeah. Might be.
I don't know what that would be.
I'm sure I'll remember the word at 4 a.m. while I'm supposed to be asleep.
Probably.
Usually how it works.
Almost always. Alright, so that would be 100 GP. Anything else for the group?
Well, I was looking for something that I had, well, I've heard of it. It is less of an actual item and more of an enchantment that can be put on top of an ammunition. They're called walloping rounds. They're designed to knock things over.
I don't actually have any of that currently in stock. That is much more popular in Ozenhercher, as there are very few people here in the Pendragon Commonwealth that have guns. Next time I'm in Ozenhercher, I can see about picking some up for you.
Well, it isn't a firearm ammunition. It is an enchantment that can be placed on any ammunition.
Well, yes, but you have to place the enchantment on the ammunition.
Yes, you take a regular ammunition and you enchant it.
I'm aware. You clearly use firearms, and he gestures to the rifle on your back. So, in your case, it would be rifle.
Yes, but I'm looking to purchase the enchantment, not an enchanted piece.
Ah, you're looking for like a scroll that would allow you to make the enchantment, to put the enchantment on yourself. The blueprint or something. Ah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have any spares of that in stock. I think I only have one copy that I use. And he starts rifling through scrolls. You just see him put like 6 or 7 different scrolls on top of the counter as he's just like shuffling through papers in the, under the counter. If I have it, I cannot find it at the moment.
Right. Well, you did give me that sending stone. If you do find it, please give me a call.
Absolutely.
As I may use firearms, but it could be a benefit to the rest of the party as well.
Fair enough. I will look into that. Make sure I get a copy of it in at some point for you guys. Do you need anything else? Do you need any amber hail, perhaps? After all, she's quite useful for various enchantings.
Yes, if you do have amber hail, that would benefit me quite.
Of course I have amber hail. I have so much amber hail of so many varieties that I could probably purchase a country with it.
Drizzle comes like zooming back, like a little smoke trail behind him. Did you say amber hail?
Yes, it is one of the primary components in enchanting.
Me, please.
Why would you not want amber hail near you?
I was corrupted by amber hail.
Oh, that's corrupted amber hail. That shit's nasty.
Yes.
Always stay away from corrupted amber hail. This is regular amber hail.
Alright. So,
The general rule of thumb is if it glows green, don't go near it.
what kind of, what are we looking for your Ember Hail?
Well, I of course have the two primary versions. There's this white and there's regular. And then I've got it in assorted shapes, sizes. I have some amber hail jewelry, even if that is more your fancy.
I
Interesting.
have an Amber Hail 4.
I see that. What's that good for? 6 charges.
I have no idea because you never gave me the item.
I think I said it was 6 charges last session.
I believe you did.
Yeah, you can just add it to your inventory. Put 6 charge amber hail bore.
So,
The way it works,
like
by the
the
way, is for every charge of amber hail, you can get 1 level of spell. Like a 2-level spell, a 2nd level spell is 2 charges, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You are also looking for amber hail. Very good. I have plenty. How many charges would you like? And would you like the white or would you like the traditional? Traditional's not exactly the right word. More common is accurate.
remind me, it's been a while since I've actually had my lessons on Ember Hail. Remind me what the difference between the colors are.
White is
Besides green.
White is vastly lighter per power ratio. It's better for large-scale contraption powering because nobody wants to haul like 3 billion pound rock into place.
Fair enough.
It's also rarer, and some people believe it has more holy qualities, but I'm not really a religious man myself.
Neither am I. So let's just say I wanted maybe 2 or 3 charges. How much would that run?
That would require Asgeir to pull out his notebook. Have that predefined. Go.
What happens when you use up all the charges in a piece of Amber Hail?
It is a rock. With no powers. That no longer glows.
It's a pretty rock, though?
It's more muted. Doesn't glow any longer. So, generally...
One of the things that we do with it in the Underdark is some people believe that there is kind of a spiritual healing factor to them. So oftentimes depleted amber hail will be turned into a warming light, which you always have to keep the children from licking. They will always lick it.
Depleted amber hail rounds.
No,
they cause things to ignite as they pass through the hull.
Gross.
No, that's depleted, corrupted amber hail. Generally speaking, I generally charge around 60 GP per charge. For you, however, given all of the money you all have spent, I'm willing to extend some discounts to you as well. I'll get it down to 50 per charge.
50?
And the same goes for you, Artificer.
I will
yes.
get one with 2 charges.
Alrighty, that'll be 100 GP. And he hands you this, like, very small, like, 1-inch marble.
Ah, alright. I have 124 gold left. Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys are definitely spending a lot of your gold today.
Yeah, well.
Hold left.
Yeah, I've got like
it was-
left, so.
It was 60 GP per charge.
Correct. And you need 1 charge per day for your thing and stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna get 5 charges.
5
Really
charges?
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here 5 charge, hunk. Do you need it to be in any particular shape, or just raw fine for you?
Normally I heal them down myself, but if you can already give it to me in the vaguely an ingot shape.
I'm so tired.
Alright,
It's
Twitch is
far too
back.
energetic for me today.
Twitch is back, perfect. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have anything already in an ingot shape. That's a very peculiar shape. But, if you will show me the device which this is for, I'll discount you another 10 GP per charge. And I'll have to give you raw, of course.
Alright. I can arrange a tour. I have a warehouse just down the... Actually... Yes, it is not too far from here. It is in the Craftsman's Guild Hall.
Why is there
But there is a device
mayonnaise
there
on the
that is
floor?
running off the end of the hill.
Don't worry about the mayonnaise on the floor. Floor mayonnaise is love, floor mayonnaise is life.
What the
Excuse
fuck?
me? The fuck, Ezzy?
Hey, Mr.
Yeah, I'm also a little concerned.
I just told you, don't worry about the mayonnaise on the floor.
Wow.
Sometimes you just need to spread mayonnaise on the floor. It attracts the possums, and then you hit them, and then you have dinner.
Exactly. Also, sometimes you just need to make floor butterbrot. But it cannot be with that Western mayo. No, you must have the Eastern Bloc mayo. Soviet mayo, best mayo.
Oh god.
It is good for egg salad and greasing engine.
Greasy engine. No.
Alright, yes. Anyways, I'll tell you what. I have a busy day, but I will consider, I'll still knock the price, and you can show me around the engine later. How about that?
Alright.
Very good.
Oh no.
So 5 charges at 40 a pop.
Oh, okay.
So only 200 GP for that 5 charges.
Okay. Fantasy Grounds still will not let me edit my own gold.
Okay, how much total did you need to remove?
I need to remove 200.
Ooh, hundo. Okay. Fixed. That's not what I'm do. Yes. Alrighty. Anything else I can do for all of you?
More than likely that will be it. Unless I don't mean to speak for everybody.
I'm good.
I also do not need anything else.
Very well. Pleasure doing business with all of you. I do hope to see you all again. And you guys exit the shop. And with only the apothecary left to go, I think this is going to be a good time to quickly take over. So we will be back on the hour. That gives everyone 13 minutes.
Now I need to put pants back on.
You took your pants off?
Yes. Who plays D&D wearing pants?
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
I'm not afraid when we're since you're back.
So, Sigi will be back at some point, and that'll be fine.
Is Raven back?
I think so. Yeah, Raven's here. Alright, so you guys exit the magic shop and step back out onto the streets. And as you're stepping out, you see several people start walking in. They're just average Joe Blows. They look rich. One of them is wearing very fine wizardy robes, and it seems that more customers are gravitating in. Just because you were the first by no means you're going to be the last for the Emporium today. And Mitzi at this point kind of speaks up. Alright, so before we go, I've got my armor now, thanks to my sister. I have my hammer again, thanks to my sister. I have the new guns, thanks to Faeyra and Mind's Hunt. But there's still a couple of things I need to pick up. Because if anything happens and what we're doing is dangerous, I would like to be able to actually help people get back on their feet. As, believe it or not, that's actually one of my specialities. Aboard the pirate ships,
Am I the only one that's surprised about that?
What?
He asked if he's the only one who's surprised by the fact that her speciality is patching people up.
Nope.
I wonder how many times she's had to patch Faeyra up.
I don't believe I've done that much at all.
Not yet.
Putting her teeth
Not
back in her
yet.
head was a bit beyond my skill set.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't quite qualified for that one.
Yeah, her friend
Maybe
really
next-
did a good job. I guess I should say our friend.
I think it was one of Kosia's clerics.
Kosia's cleric did that? I
Yeah.
thought that it was.
It was one of Kosia's clerics.
None of our no, Daros
No.
can't. Well, I mean, I don't know if he can. It's actually a level 5. It's like a level 5 spell, but
He might have been able to. I don't recall. But no, it was
I
a.
know that druids get access to the spell. I just don't
It
know
was
how
a.
Daros is.
It was a cleric of Starte,
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
church that
that's right.
the same church that
It was
the
the clerics
that was
that
the
came
source
with
of the
Kosia's army.
5-sum that Drizzle and Weilinn were involved in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ah, yes. Those were the days.
But yes, I plan on hitting an apothecary shop. You might need to pick up some healing potions as well while we're there.
Wouldn't hurt.
I don't have any more money.
Well, that is most unfortunate. I honestly only have what we were paid for this upcoming job. Minus 50 now that I have lent you 50.
I've got the platinum that I put in the bank. I'll pay you back next time we go to the bank.
Fair enough. All right, let's head out. And she starts scouring the streets for an apothecary, and I am scouring for my notebook. How did I lose my notebook? It was sitting there the whole time. Oh, it's right here.
What is that bag called?
I tucked it behind something. I have not actually added it to Fantasy Grounds yet. I forgot about that. But it is a greater bag or greater pouch of holding. There's the book.
How much does the pouch weigh?
What does the pouch weigh? God, I did not actually calculate. Very little. I'll get you a real answer at some point. I had a lot of math to do this week, and the math of figuring out that a bag of holding is a 75-gallon drum was 3 hours worth of agony trying to figure out how I was going to redo the holding system because the bag of holding is stupid. So you guys wander through the streets for a little bit, looking for an apothecary, and she spots a couple of them, but they all look really nice. They've got like very crisp signs, and she kind of each time one of you points one out, she shakes her head. No, that's going to be too expensive. We're on a budget right now. And finally, she spots something, points it out. This sign is hanging off like crooked. It is nailed onto the building crooked. And the sign has a picture of a skeletal arm that has been snapped in half. And the words, Broken Arm Apothecary. I'm sorry, Broke Arm Apothecary on the sign. Now that looks suitably run down. That I probably can get a good price on. And she heads inside. as you head inside, the building is very musty, kind of dusty. But other than that, it seems reasonably well kept, and it is certainly well stocked. Vials and potions line the walls. Plenty of bandages, boxes, crates full of medical supplies. This place seems to be ridiculously well supplied for how run down it seems. Standing behind the counter is a tall and gaunt man who is, he has a notch cut out of his ear, but other than that, it's pretty obvious he's half-elf. And he is currently actively dusting everything, which is why the air is currently filled with dust. Ah, welcome in, welcome in. What can I do for y'all? Grady McLee, purveyor of Broke Arm Apothecary.
It's a little, dusty in here.
Ah,
You
yes,
should,
sorry.
like, open a window or something.
Ah, I really should do that. And he runs over to one of the windows and opens it and starts, like, trying to wave dust out. I'm a little bit of a neat freak, and I'm trying to get all the dust out of the store.
That
Well,
seems like a task that is not going to be easily done, but okay.
I suppose it could use a little bit of speeding up. And he claps his hand, and there's, like... And you see two stones that are set, like, above the counter glow, and, like, a small gust of wind kind of blows through the store and kind of gusts all of the dust out. Ah, there we go. Much better. Told me that was a bad investment they did. But no. You can't put a price on a clean store. Really lets people know that you are a professional. Now, what can I get all of you? And he's honest, there's no dust left in this store. It is now pristine.
Just need some healing potions.
yeah.
Healing potions, of course, of course. I can do that for you. And he starts pulling potions and bottles off the shelves and setting them. How many would you like?
How much are healing potions?
50 gold apiece. Assuming you want the standards.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy 2.
Yeah,
Two?
Weiss will get 2.
Of course, of course. Mitzi steps forward at this point as well as he's gathering potions. I'm looking for an advanced healer's kit. And she kind of leans down and starts inspecting the potions a little bit. And starts inspecting the general merchandise of the store as well. An advanced healer's kit. Of course, a discerning eye you seem to have. And he shuffles off and grabs the bag and drops it on the counter, and she walks over to it, opens it, pulls one of the bandages out, stretches it a little bit, and it immediately tears. Now, what exactly are you trying to pull? This is clearly inferior quality. I wouldn't be surprised if them potions are fake, too. And at this point, the man starts shifting nervously. No, of course not. They would never be fake. I couldn't sell fake merchandise.
I'm gonna grab one of the potions and start casting Identify on it.
The 10-minute version or the quickie?
Quickie.
All right.
Recoup that spell slot.
Give me one moment here. It's a healing potion.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check or an insight check, your call.
Is it expired?
Not great.
Can I help?
Sure.
Okay. That's cocked. Alright. Apparently I'm just not supposed to see shit.
Okay.
That is an 8.
No, you don't notice. All right. The potions seem to check out to you.
All right.
Mitzi at this point is looming over this man. Her hand has gone to her gun. She hasn't drawn it, but it's definitely there. Now, Grady, was it? It's very clear that this is a shady establishment. Bandages aren't that expensive, and yet, yours tear at the slightest whim. And, Drizzle here, I trust his eye as a mage. He says that potion is real, but it's clearly a slightly different color than the others on the counter. So, the way I see it, and she leans in, boxing this man into a corner, you've got two options. You can give us what we want. The real stuff. At a very steep discount. Or, I can report you to the police. Of course, there's the third option. I beat the ever-living shit out of you, and then take everything you could use to heal it.
Plus, we're friends with Kosia, who pretty much rules this town.
Oh yeah, that too. He probably wouldn't even punish me for breaking both your legs and shoving them down your throat. And as she says this, he gulps hardly. Of course. No broken merchandise, no fake merchandise. I swear, everything 50% off. She pats him on the head. Good boy.
Man, I love her. I'm just like standing back watching her, like, yeah, she's getting lucky tonight.
We're gonna be riding a carriage.
All right, everyone. The magical earplugs it is.
You don't have magical earplugs, and you didn't buy any
You
at
know
the
what?
last store.
If Drizzle knows this, it's called his fingers. He also has Lucas.
I'm gonna ride through the night. We gotta camp at some point.
Just keep Piggly Wiggly out of it.
All right.
Hearing it through the wall.
He slips past Mitzi and walks over to Weilinn. You wanted 2 healing potions, right?
Yes, preferably the real kind.
Yes, of course. And he goes behind the counter, pulls out two more healing potions. These ones are real, I swear, 25 apiece.
Okay. I slide him the money.
All right. What was everyone else getting?
Well, I am looking for a number of raw components.
I don't know if you're gonna find any of that here. This guy's already a little shady.
Hey now, I have components.
I am looking for charcoal. I am looking for charcoal. I am looking for sulfur and potassium.
Of course, I have charcoal, sulfur, and potassium. And he grabs
And
3 pouches and hands them to you. Just take them. Just take them. Don't break my legs. Keep the scary lady from breaking my legs.
You really think that the rest could stop her if she really wanted to?
Legs.
I don't think the rest of you could stop her, but he has a pretty damn big gun.
Yeah, I think that wouldn't be a fair fight. Because she'd probably turn on him too. And
I'm not wasting any ammo on Mitzi. She's fine.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
Mitzi
If
is
anything,
also
he can
very-
miss and hit you.
You all stay out of this, besides purchasing things.
Really.
I think wife said she wanted a couple of potions.
Yes.
A couple of potions as well. All right. Healing standards.
Yep.
Yes, please.
All right.
Both.
You wanted some as well, you said?
I think he wants both. Both types.
There are lots of types of healing potions.
You said healing standard?
Yes, standard is the one that most people purchase.
How much are they?
Well, normally 50, but you're getting a special deal today. A special don't break my legs, don't turn me into the cops deal.
Well, I already spent all my gold, so I guess I'm gonna have to skip.
Good. Good.
I was just making sure you weren't mincing words.
I believe we still need a decent advanced healer's kit.
Yes, that too. Here, and he hands you, Drizzle, the potions. That's 50 gold.
Wiess will hand it over.
Wiess isn't there.
Oh, you're right. Drizzle, yeah,
Does Drizzle have the spare 50?
I do.
I assume you don't need to necessarily deduct it, I just wanted to make sure you had it there. You can deduct it from Weiss's sheet, because I'm sure she would pay you back immediately. Alright, healer's kit, here, lady, and he just hands her one. This is full, it's got all 20, it's yours for free, just don't break me legs, now or ever. She kind of looks him up and down and goes, as long as you never try to sell me fake merchandise again, we're square. Good, I won't, absolutely not, you or your friends. You get the real stuff, all of you, I swear. But I'm not giving you the 50% off again. She shrugs.
Well,
I
we
think-
tried.
That's, if you're not quite finished, get the hell out of my shop.
I think that was everything.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
done.
Alrighty. And you all shuffle
Wow,
on
he was
out.
quite rude.
Really? You threatened to break his legs, and him telling you the hell to get the hell out of his shop is him being rude?
Oh, no. He was being really rude by even having false merchandise and
He had
overcharging
legs,
and all
and that upset us.
He wasn't overcharging. 50 is the regular price.
For a fake thing?
Oh, well, I mean,
no.
to be fair, Mitzi did search down the shadiest apothecary in town she could find.
I did, yeah.
Pretty sure she did it on purpose.
Yes, absolutely she did.
Just so that she could get the best deal.
Mm-hmm. She's a pirate. She
Yeah.
knows what's up.
And we did get a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Although, Azzy, do you the components that I got out of him? What quantity of those do I get?
How much were you actually looking for?
I mean, I can do a fair amount with a pound of each.
A pound? Holy shit! I thought you meant like 6 ounces or some shit.
I mean, if you want to give me 6 ounces of it, I can work with that.
Let's go with 6 ounces. Because I don't think he would have defaulted to handing you, like, pounds-heavy bags of shit. I now understand what you're
Okay.
looking to do with it, now that you mention the ratio. You're making gunpowder. How tall
Yes.
is Missy? 7'11", I think.
Jesus.
Hey, Azzy, just be thankful that I haven't asked to, like, stop off at the blacksmith and just pick up, like, shavings of random metals.
Fair enough. You guys are heading to the Adventurers Guild warehouse next, yes? The crafting section of it?
Yes.
Did you want to stop and get the horse cart first?
Probably should.
Yeah. Drizzle can do that.
Alright. So, you guys quickly swing by Kosia's place, fetch the cart and Weiss from the stables, and you make your way over towards the Adventurers Guild Hall. Velkin guides you over to, like, the back of the hall, and you guys realize that most of you have never been at the crafting section of an Adventurer's Guild Hall before. You guys usually are more in the traditional adventuring part of it, but this is like a whole-ass, like, crafts workshop. It's got, like, anvils, forges, multiple of them. There's tables for alchemy. This is a very intensive place. As he, throws open the giant oaken double doors. I'm sorry, probably ash double doors in New Ashton. And you notice him walking over to a tarp that is draped over a very strangely shaped object. And from there, Velkin, you may do what you wish. You can describe the object when you unveil it.
What you got under the tarp, bud?
Well, this would be a device that I was working on before my documents were stolen, and I was forced to abandon it here and go up north to, we'll get it back. Fortunately, I was not fast enough. But, this device here will revolutionize the way battles are fought. This device takes the power of Ozenherter's dreadnoughts and brings it to the land. And he'll whip the tarp off to reveal this strange tracked steel creature with very clearly a cannon sticking out of the front of it.
On closer inspection,
Doesn't look anything like a dreadnought, but
some of you will note that it actually seems to have a head nestled above the cannon. Weilinn, you would recognize the concept as like an early prototype for a slate.
Do I know what's a slate? Do I know what a slate is?
Yeah, slates are, to put it in traditional D&D terms, think Warforged.
Yeah, I remember now. We talked about this the other day.
But yeah, they're most of them are mindless androids that are programmed for a specific task, and a rare few break free of their instructions and manage to gain true sentience as opposed to the partial sentience they normally have.
Now, the one downside is that this device is powered by Amber Hail, and due to the volatile nature of Amber Hail, I generally don't keep more than a day's supply in it at any given time. So if Lord Kostia wants us to deal with kobolds, this will most certainly help, although it will not help on the ground. At least not until we get to the actual Underdark, where the space opens up and things like this can actually be viable.
I mean, if we're going into a mine, I think we're going to be underground.
Yes, but you can see the size of this thing. It needs a little bit more space.
It is a large creature, by the way. This thing is at least as tall as Velkin.
We're told that the mine doesn't go anywhere near the Underdark, so I don't know that there's going to be enough space for it.
No, that is why I'm not saying that it is going with us into the mines, but I am showing it to you here because it will eventually join us on our travels.
It is a very impressive piece of equipment.
You made this, you said?
Yes. It took quite a large amount of time and lots of drawing work. There's several wooden and small metal models to kind of work out things and how things are supposed to work.
I see.
It has not undergone combat trials as of yet.
Right? But me and you have some things to discuss at some point. I have some ideas for this technology.
I would not be opposed to talking about ways to better the machine, but perhaps another time.
Yes, we have much to do. We have wasted far too much time already. We're ready to head out.
I think I'm done with everything I need to do in town.
I am certainly ready.
What?
And we already restocked our other stuff, right?
Yep, just deduct the gold for it.
Okay. I have 1 gold left.
Ooh. Damn. That's rough,
I have like
man.
9. No, not even. I have like...
Well, I have
5.
4 platinum as well, but...
Yeah, I've got 5 gold and 9 silver and 1 copper.
Were we given gold from the boar hunt?
No.
No.
Okay.
We won guns and Amber Hill.
For anyone who's
Yay.
wondering what the thing looks like, and it's not actually in our Discord. Number 1, you should join our Discord. Number 2, I have put it in the stream so people can see it.
Thing just appeared on my screen, howitzer, but it's got a question mark on it.
You'd see it on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Go. Alright, so you guys finally begin to make your way out of town.
I have so many channel points, but you already owe me like 3 magic items, so...
Yeah, there are other things to spend it on.
The other things are like names, and I'm not good at those. And I still haven't run across the one named shop I did give you.
Yeah, it's because I needed to find it buried in my notes somewhere.
It was the sweet shop with like 2 P's and an E.
He's in an E.
Yeah, like old-timey shop. S-H-O-P-P-E. Sweet shop.
Right, I will write that down.
So that's exactly where Faeyra wants to go. I really hope she runs across that place somewhere.
It's very, very possible.
She'll be in heaven.
That one of them. Alrighty, so you guys spend the next 3 days traveling to Iron Knoll Mines. You were given directions, and there's only one real road that goes there. It's a pretty easy place to find. The travel itself goes relatively uneventfully, though it is peppered by rain at times. As you arrive in Iron Knoll, it is, unfortunately for you, raining.
Is that supposed to be a surprise?
No. It's supposed to be relatively expected at this point, since the country is ridiculously rainy.
We made it to the, like, we're outside of the mine.
You are outside of the town, actually.
I'm gonna send a message to Daryl to let him know that we made it to where the mine is at. And just checking. So
He'll text.
Yeah, we're just down there, and then he doesn't have to worry.
He'll text you back. Ah, very good, very good. Give me 1 second here to grab the cart and throw it onto the map so you guys can kind of map where you guys are at any given time. See, that needs to be bigger. That's much better. Alrighty. So,
Also, I was asking a question at the very start of the game, and nobody heard me, I don't think. Do you have to do anything special to change your spellcasting focus?
No.
No? I don't think
That
so.
rules is written.
Because currently Faeyra uses her broken amulet as a spellcasting focus. That's one of the reasons I didn't take it off.
You can use the full one as the spellcasting focus if you want. Honestly, you could use either.
Yeah, okay.
My understanding of spellcasting focuses is that a spellcasting focus is anything that is declared as a spellcasting focus, like any of the items that are eligible. So if you have more than one thing that can't classifies as a focus, you can use either of them to cast.
Yeah. Alright.
That's always been my
that broken one off then and just wear the
full one. Okay. Alright, you guys have officially made it into town. And you do see the tower, the guard tower up on the hill. I did share the record. It is called Iron Knoll Mines. Or Iron Knoll, not Iron Knoll Mines. If you guys want to open it in fantasy grounds.
I would.
Oh, I think my fantasy grounds broke. Oh, no, okay. Edward.
No, it has to be a focus for said class.
Fair. If I say I was
There are universal focuses,
No,
like,
like how I
technically,
made my-
like,
spell.
fucking a component pouch.
Sounds like you got a spell tattoo. Those are different.
What?
What are you fucking talking about? We'll talk about this later because I think you're off your ass. Either that or Coen did some jank shit again, which wouldn't surprise me either.
What's the name of the map?
Uh,
Iron Knoll.
yeah.
No, that was your that was I mean, okay, that's different. You had inscribed your spell book onto your flesh. You became your own focus for all wizard spells.
Wow.
I can't open it.
Yeah.
It is
Or
a
you can be either.
it is a public record. You should be able to.
I opened it.
You
Well,
should,
I've opened it, but it's a red X, like an X. There's no image.
Yeah.
I can see it. I just now have a weird issue where anywhere I want to click, I have to click a full inch and a half underneath that.
well, I don't know what's going on for you guys, but it is if you really need to see it and you're having troubles, you can always look on stream. But I could not tell you why it is
And my fantasy ground crashed.
not working as intended. Here, I can give you guys a couple, a minute or so to get the map up working. I'll just go and run through something real quick, get some more coffee. I've returned with coffee. Did everyone who needs to get it working?
Okay, that's still not working. I don't know why. I've got it up on stream, so.
Yeah.
Where did the horse cart go?
Mine isn't quite working.
Ooh.
Okay, there it is. Alright, so as you guys roll into town, you can see up on the hill, there is a watchtower. And a guard kind of squinting out at you. You can't exactly make him out, you can just make out that there's a figure up there. Goes, "Hey! Help's arrived! Tell the mayor! Help's arrived!" And you see somebody go scurrying off through the rain. For those of you who can see, where would you like to head? I'll give you guys who can see the control of the cart.
Why is there just a big 30? There's something with some measuring.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't really.
Here.
I guess it's towards the middle of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alrighty. So you guys roll your horse cart past, up onto the first layer of this hill. It is a it's a multi-layered hill, kind of with like plateaus. And as you roll around past several houses, you come around to the flattening of the plateau, and it gets much larger. And from here, you are at a crossroads. You can see that there is one road going up onto one plateau, the plateau that you're pretty sure that the tower was on, well above you. And then there is the road that continues onward from you there. And you can kind of see that that eventually branches off onto yet another plateau with a more fortified building.
Is there anybody around?
Yeah, actually, you see a man running towards you from your left-hand side. From the plateau where the guard tower was, where somebody was just told to go tell the mayor.
Is there any stables around that we can see?
Not that you see immediately, no. If you'd like to make me a perception check with disadvantage because of the rain, you certainly can.
I was just gonna see if I could just yell out to the guy that's running, "Hey, where's the stables?"
Oh, over with the inn, right here. As he's kind of passing a building, he points at it. It's the big red roofed building with the two smaller buildings. Those two smaller buildings being the stables.
Okay,
No, that way then.
so let's go up to the stables and get out of this rain.
Of course. We'll bring Lady Gear over to you. And he rushes off. You guys go over to the tavern, park your horse, and get yourselves successfully out of the rain.
Whew. It is always raining. What on earth? On fucking, I shouldn't say Earth. What is the realm?
I mean, you'd probably say Earth. Imagine the average person would refer to it as Earth. Because
Okay.
Earth is also just the word for, ground.
Ground.
Yeah.
It rains a lot here.
Yes, I noticed.
So as you
Back
guys...
in the forest where I
God.
I was gonna say, back in the forest where I grew up, we had such wonderful tree coverage that the leaves would just direct all the rain away, so we never really had to worry about getting wet all the time.
Is everybody's camera frozen?
Possibly. Yeah,
mine's
looks
working just fine.
Looks like it. Mine is.
like should be fixed now.
Yep.
Cool. Alright. So yeah, you step into this tavern, you stable your horses. I forgot that I pointed out the wrong side of the stable, or the tavern for the stables, but nonetheless. You relatively easily stable your horses. There's someone to help you out with it. And you're kind of brought inside, and as the doors open, you are greeted by pretty much the entire town, you're pretty sure. This place is absolutely packed. Everyone is sitting around eating and drinking, and as you guys walk in, you hear a couple of, like, what starts as a couple of shouts. Is that help? That help? And it just kind of, like, whispers out throughout the entirety of the bar, and everyone is looking at you at the moment. They're all still talking
Drizzle.
amongst themselves, but they're all looking at you.
Drizzle, being quote-unquote the leader, kicks open that door with a flourish.
The door was open
And
for you.
walks through.
You don't need to kick it open.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Go
kick
in
it
the
open.
air and fall on your ass.
You're gonna like let the guy open it, close it again, kick.
Kick it. No. I will. Do I? Let me see.
I can just picture. I'm picturing that scene from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. It's like, play the song. No, not that one. It should be. Just put it on shuffle. Bang! I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. It did. Turn it off. Turn it off. It did not work. It did not work.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so you open
Okay,
you walk in with a relative flourish. Everyone was already looking at you as Amy Halberd plays in your head.
Yep.
I hate that I understand that joke.
Hopefully one day everyone will. And all eyes are on you. What would you like to do?
I guess we're here to help. Kosia sent us.
There is an immediate, like, cheer. Yeah! We might actually be able to get back to fucking work! You hear another guy, yeah, I'm tired of fucking sitting around. I mean, ale and food is good, but there's nothing to fucking do in this place. I want to get back to the damn mine.
Well, we're gonna try to help y'all.
Here! Somebody get these people around! Abigail! Yes, hold on! And you see a bedraggled woman, probably around 16, maybe 17, really messy red hair. She does not look particularly well kept as she works solo, and she is currently trying to keep the entire population of this small little town supplied with food and ale at the moment. Yes, what can I get for all of you? She says she's like shoving hair out of her face and like trying to like put it back together, grabs a band from off her wrist, pulls it back properly.
Ale.
Ale? I can do that. Is that ale for everybody?
Sure.
If you have any tea, I'll take tea.
No, we
Go
have
soft on us, Drizzle.
we have
I
ale
don't
mostly.
drink them all, you know this.
The miners are partial to ale. It's,
Alright.
perhaps Lady Geyer has some tea. You can ask. I'm sure she's on her way now.
Alright.
Oh, you participate of the pipe, but you don't participate in or partake of, I should say. You partake of the pipe, but not the ale.
Yes.
Ah.
Being a recovering alcoholic does that to you, bud.
Did you need any food? It is lunchtime approximately. Oh, shit, somebody just joined the channel and now all the cameras are janky.
They're done.
Okay. What was it? What were we doing? Oh, yeah. Does anyone need any lunch?
Yes, I could use some food,
I
yeah.
could use some food.
All right.
Don't have much money for food though.
Oh no, it's everything is free. It's part of the pay for the people who live here. The room and board is kind of included, and since you're here to help, I assume the Baron would not mind.
Excellent, thank you.
What we have right now is
His time?
We have ham sandwiches. That is pretty standard meal for us around here.
Sounds
What
good.
is wrong with ham sandwiches? I like ham sandwiches myself.
Well, you
As
eat
Piggly
them.
Wiggly comes in behind you.
Don't worry, buddy.
It kind of looks up at you, confused. What? Does not understand the words ham sandwiches nor don't worry, buddy.
Well,
He understood perfectly, though.
you know, pigs have been known to be carnivorous and cannibalistic, so
Pigs will eat.
he probably would love a ham sandwich too.
Probably. But she rushes off to go get everyone food, and as she does so, you guys notice Wiess is sort of staggering and like leaning against a wall, holding her hand to her face.
Did your conversation with your mother cause that much of a headache?
No, there's a voice in my head. I can't make it stop.
Oh, this
Oh
again.
no.
Is it the same voice as last time?
No.
Oh, a different voice. I don't like that.
And you guys all notice that Viper is acting really weird. Kind of stood on her shoulder in almost attention.
Oh, do I have anything for this? I don't think I do.
Last time she started speaking Draconic.
Yes, last time there was some sort of draconic voice that spoke in her head.
Still draconic. Just
all
different
right.
voice.
What's it saying this time?
Don't know. I'm
All right.
fighting back.
Okay. Okay. Alright. He'll kind of go and he'll sit her down. Drizzle will sit her down, like take off his jacket and try to get her a little bit more comfortable.
And now that you know the
All right.
situation, I'm going to hand her back to you to play since I'm terrible at doing Weiss's voice.
Alright. So, like, it's the draconic voice. It's a different draconic voice.
Yes.
But
There is a
still
voice
loud
in
and booming.
Draconic, still loud and booming. It is a clearly... It's sort of like how you can tell my voice from your voice very easily.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different creature speaking.
Ooh.
Do we have any way that we could hear what's being said in her head?
There are some spells. I don't have them prepared. I didn't think to prepare it today.
Yeah, I don't know any spells that like that. But I speak Draconic. I'm the one that translated it last time.
Let me see if Weiss. I'm pretty sure Weiss knows.
Oh, Weiss knows Draconic, yes.
Weiss knows Draconic. She was just out of it and couldn't translate it herself.
All right. What's it? Since she knows Draconic, she said she can't understand it, right?
Correct.
No, she said she's fighting it.
Both of those things are true. Basically, imagine with her fighting back, in her head, you can hear the sound of what should be words, but imagine it's behind, like, several oak doors.
Oh, yeah.
As she's trying to throw up walls in her mind. To try to, like, keep
Alright.
this thing out.
Alright.
Her eyes are slowly glowing a little bit, too. As she's clearly, like, trying to channel her magical power into doing this.
Alright.
It doesn't look like she's being taken over by magic, it looks like she is using magic.
She's the one
To the
using it.
trained eye, yeah. And by the trained eye, I really just mean Belkin and Drizzle. Because the other trained eye is the one doing it.
Alright.
Yeah, there is the farthest thing from trained ever.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Indeed.
I'm trying to think of what Weiss would do or even say. Because last time she just passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she kind of got taken over, started shouting in Draconic, and then passed out.
Maybe we should ask for a room so that
Yes.
Weiss can rest and maybe get a control over this thing.
Yes.
We have been traveling for days.
True. I have some concerns if this is happening again, because we were theorizing that whenever there's a powerful draconic influence, that...
Now you've given the party more reasons to think there's dragons in this stupid mine.
I'm going to be honest, if she is acting like this, there is a better chance than the one Kosia gets.
Well,
Now we
if
have
you
more
recall,
reasons to think there's a dragon
there was-
in the mine.
there wasn't a dragon that we saw in the woods either.
No, there were drakes, but that doesn't mean there wasn't one nearby. We just might not have ran into it.
There may be drakes inside the mine too, but we were told that there were kobolds in the mine, right?
Yes, kobolds aren't...
And almost in answer to that, you hear the bar go incredibly hushed as the door swings open and you hear the clicking of a peg leg combined with the sharp heel of a
Pirate.
boot. A gnome woman walks in with a heavy coat over her shoulders, an eye patch on one eye, long blonde hair pulled back into a very, very professional bun.
Did you just say pirate? Like everybody who has a peg leg has to be a pirate?
I have only known pirates to have eye patches and peg legs.
Well, I am sorry to disappoint you then, sir. I am most certainly not a pirate, as this gnome walks straight up to all of you.
I wasn't meaning it as an
Tomorrow
insult.
look, like, come on.
I wasn't meaning it as an insult.
Well, pirates
known
are
some
most
pirates.
certainly not as civilized as us soldiers.
I know a pirate, and
No, but they're a
she
hell of a
is
lot more
quite
fun.
nice.
Mitzi, who is at this point, like, double-fisting ale, looks up at a couple of those comments and goes, I won't disagree with any of what's being said. I am certainly not civilized, but I am fun, and throws back both mugs of ale.
I'm just gonna go sit in Mitzi's lap.
And there's Mitzi.
But Mitzi doesn't have a peg leg either, so I guess I did make some assumptions. I'm sorry. What might your name be, ma'am?
Lady Gaia Ferret Knife.
Well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I don't need it to be a pleasure, I need you to be here to help. Please tell me that you are.
Yes, we are. I'm
Thank
gonna step aside. I'm not the leader of the party here. This fine gentleman over here is kind of our leader, our director. Have it.
Very well, and she about faces at you, very, very regimented, and then, like, stops mid-about face, looks you up and down. Oh my.
Yes.
Nothing. Her composure
So-
is shaken ever so slightly.
I think you could probably bang the gnome if you wanted to.
Oh, I do technically have my jacket off too, so like that shreddedness is kind of
Yeah,
showing.
you're just a shirtless, scarred, rippling abbed Greek god at the moment.
Yeah.
You are
And his
the leader,
intellect
you
is
said, yes?
actually nice and high too.
Yes. My
Good.
name is Drizzle Deepcurrent. We are here on contract from Kosia directly as a sort of off-the-books squad.
She kind of starts walking around you, looks you up and down. Those scars, are they from battle?
Battle, pleasure. Maybe you'll find out later. But that's besides the point. Business first.
Yes, of course, business first. Good that those are from battle. I fear we might need that.
Yes. Oh. Well. The main thing that we know is our kobold. Do you
That-
know... King did not know any number. Do you have any information
The
on...
king? The king is involved.
Or not the king. Not the king, the Baron. It's been a
Good.
day.
I was very concerned if the king had gotten involved. Kosi has given me very strict orders to make sure this stays a closed loop.
Yes.
Yes, we've sent a couple of scouts in. It has not gone particularly well. There was a hail of projectile fire, arrows to hear them tell it, and our scouts left.
Do you know if that was, if there's a count of how many, like an estimate, was there any type of warning?
Well, given that most of the people here are not soldiers, myself excluded, and we are not really equipped for battle, as soon as arrows started flying, my men retreated, rather than get impaled.
Fair enough. Probably wise.
Indeed.
Do you know how how they entered the mines?
Honestly,
Did
we're
they
not
dig
sure.
in from beneath, or
We're honestly not sure. We don't work the mine 24/7. Our people are very good at what they do, and so we have no need to. Rather, we tend to sleep during the nights and work during the days.
Speaking of the actual mine itself,
Of course.
do you have an actual map of this mine, a rough draft, so we know what we're looking at in terms of actual draft placement and everything?
idea.
I don't exactly. Do you have paper and a quill? I could sketch you something.
Yeah, Drizzle will pull out one of his 48 sheets of parchment and his ink.
Okay. She is going to very quickly. She's just gonna dip her finger in the ink. She's not even gonna bother with the quill if you just pull out the ink. And she's going to very quickly whip up a circle in the middle of the paper with a big shaft, or a big hallway coming straight out. And then she's going to do a couple of squiggles off to the side, designating that they're side branches. And then she's going to take a rag from the table that was previously being used for cleaning, wipe the ink off her fingers, and start pointing. Alright, so this here is the main shaft. It's about 60 feet down. You enter from here, and she points at the long hallway. And then these are the side shafts. Most of these are either storage or most of them are storage. A couple of them are the actual shaft that we are currently mining, the actual vein, but it's mostly storage. The main shaft is, of course, this giant cylinder in the middle. We've dug down a goodly ways. There is an elevator and a wooden platform for the tracks. The elevator ferries up and then out. The platform is, I believe, approximately 10 feet across. It might be a little more.
Okay.
And there's also a staircase down.
Staircase down as well. Drizzle has his own little journal out and he's writing everything down. Alright. Hopefully, it's not... There aren't too many to clear out. And we can get this done fairly soon.
I would be most appreciative of that.
Yes. If there's anything of interest or note, I will try to contact you in some way. I might send Pop Lucas out, onto my shoulder. I might send Lucas here with a message or something. He's pretty good about getting to people when I need him.
Fair enough.
I will probably, if there's anything extremely important, I'll probably attach a note and he will come and find me.
Understood. Like the pigeon messengers in the wall.
Yes, very similar.
Make sure nobody squishes.
This is true.
Very good. And she's going to climb up onto the table and clap her fucking hands. Everybody, listen up! These people are here to help. There's a chance that missive will reach us via familiar. And she grabs Lucas. This is the familiar. It is not a toxic spider. You will not smash it. Anyone who smashes it will suffer the consequences. And there is like a shudder from many of the people as this small gnome clearly scares the bejesus out of these people. As she climbs back down and hands you back the spider. There you go.
Alright. Thank you. Azzy, what time of the day is it?
Noonish.
Noonish? Alright. Maybe we'll go do some light reconnaissance. We'll make a game plan of how we want to attack this. And get started either today or tomorrow morning, early in the morning.
If it goes anything like, our little bit of reconnaissance did, you might want shields.
Shields. We have a couple of people for that.
We don't have very many guards, but I could have them lend you at least 2 shields if it would help.
Alright, that might not be bad. At least to just block the
I have
enemy.
an idea when we do go in.
Alright. Thank you. We will get to work as soon as we're done eating and talking, and we'll get to work as soon as possible.
But, I might have to talk to you about this idea, Drizzle.
Any planning that there is to do, you're more than welcome to do here and now. I can give whatever input possible. I did fight in the war. I have more than enough experience with combat.
I start digging around in my bag, and I pull out a deck of cards that I keep forgetting that I own.
Oh, this is a good idea, my Faeyra. I actually have an idea that could help along with this.
Pardon me for asking. What is a deck of cards going to do?
Oh, this is not a normal deck. This is a deck of illusions.
Oh.
You can draw a card, throw it out, and a random illusion will appear.
Now that actually
Lucky,
sounds useful.
It's something really scary, and we could possibly scare the guards away from the entrance.
She starts giggling a little bit. If you're really lucky, it'll be a dragon and the kobolds will bow down to it. The stupid things.
If I'm really lucky, yeah. I believe a dragon is one of the possibilities.
It is.
Is there any way to stack the deck?
No, you have to draw at random or it doesn't work.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
Magic is so fickle.
It can be.
Yes. It is why
Yes,
I
it
personally prefer a sword, though I more than recognize the value of mages. They have saved my life a time or two.
Oh, and then you have mages like me who do a little bit of both.
I was wondering
You have
about
mages
the,
like me who can't control
that one.
anything.
Well, that sounds
Who the
like,
hell?
what the fuck just happened?
Are
I
we gonna
don't
be fighting
know.
in really close quarters?
It
Did
is
I lose?
tunnels.
It has started to storm, so I'm having massive internet issues from Jessen.
So,
What am I gonna do, Drizzle? I can't use
So
magic.
what
can I?
happened is that we lost Jessen.
yes,
back.
he's back.
He's back. Okay, cool.
Alright. We
I
will figure it out.
apologize in advance, stream, for what will probably be some weird spotty video shit.
But
As he pops in and out, it will adjust my camera's janky, but we'll do our best.
we really got to talk to Daros about getting that under control. Because it is instances like this that make it very hard on how to work. Now, I'm not saying you're useless. You might just have to be back of the pack, at least a good distance away.
Can I be on the ceiling away from everybody?
That is true. You can actually.
I'm sorry,
move
you
the
can
walls
what?
with my tape.
And she gives you an inquisitive look.
I have a magic cloak. It lets me walk on walls.
Well, now that certainly sounds useful.
I can tangle up some kobolds. That's something I can do.
That is true. Maybe we see what it's like when we get there, and then we can work on where to place everybody. Weilinn, I think we should have as a scout, because he is by far the stealthiest of us all. Uthemar also. I feel like Uthemar, this is probably going to be your bag, from what
Well, I am a
Pretty
Gloomstalker, so I do have
So I'm thinking
very high stealth.
my main game plan is Uthemar and Weilinn up front. me and then Wiess, and then Velkin and Faeyra on the back. Because Velkin's got spells and he's got his gun. I don't really want to be anywhere near that.
This is supposed to be.
Mitzi can stick closer to you, because if you have to be on your own away from us slightly, it's better that Mitzi's there to protect you. And I trust her to be able to take a hit from your magic and keep going.
I'd like to make a proposal, personally. I say that I stick somewhere near the middle of the party. That will give me maximum ability to respond to any threats that attack with my hammer or my pistols. And, if need be, I can also apply emergency medical care.
That is true. I am not used to having you here. So yes, you...
Got those pistols now, too.
True. We can do... Yeah. I think you should be middle. I will switch and stick close to Faeyra.
I won't try very hard not to hurt anybody.
The gnome is nodding at this plan and then turns to Velkin and Weilinn. You two. You both have the bearings of soldiers. What do you make of this plan?
If it's just reconnaissance, then it doesn't really matter all that much. But if we're actually engaging, we need a layout of the land better.
100% agree.
And you, Drow?
Although I designed the weapons, I never served more than superficially.
I see. Well, you carry yourself well for a man who has merely just training. Alright.
If one does not learn to take court and stand up straight, you usually wind up being hung from the rafters.
I like this man. You should keep him. Alright, well, after you eat, I would like to ask that you head out immediately and at least do the initial scouting.
Yes, that is plan.
I can guide you there. I will go myself.
Alright. Any guidance is appreciated.
Of course. Alright.
Wiess, dear, are you okay to actually come with us?
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good.
Alright.
Was that no
that's
yeah
a
or
good
yeah
idea.
no? As a fellow Midwestern, I know what those mean.
Stick with the I'm good part of those sentences. She says,
Alright.
still clutching her head.
No, I don't know.
At least
if
she
that's a
didn't
good
pass
idea.
out this time. Last
Yes,
time
but-
it was really bad.
She is our main source of magical healing if Mitzi can't get to us.
Yeah, but if she passes out in the cave, what are we gonna do?
I will figure something out.
Well, that one's pretty easy. I'll sling her over my fucking shoulder and drag her out.
That is true. Mitzi is very strong.
I do have a device that provides some amount of magical healing. It is a little on the untested side, but so far nothing has died or mutated from it.
Oh. Do I want to risk my potential future wife as a guinea pig?
Well, this is battle. It may well end up being risk her, or let her die.
Yes, no, you're right. I know that.
Others are given more, and she taps her leg.
True. Alright.
Let's eat, drink, and head out.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I don't know if you should drink any Faeyra.
I'm not going to.
Good.
Nonsense. You should have one to
We'll
steal
give her
yourself.
milk.
I find that most soldiers
don't
tend to...
you don't understand.
Oh,
when she drinks, things tend to
Drink.
blow
Not a
up.
good idea.
Not good.
When you drink,
Just
things
one
tend to
drink.
blow up. As long as that's directed at the enemy, I fail to see how that is a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it's usually not.
Oh. Then yes, no drinks for you.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
My magic is a little unpredictable.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I would rather not have my face burned off badly.
He turned
Yeah,
an
you can
entire
tell
tavern
everyone's,
into
like,
darkness.
very very kind of worried and just not super psyched about this upcoming venture.
She reaches up.
Sitting in Lizzie's lap, like.
She reaches up to her collar, pulls her shirt down a little bit, and you can see pretty intense scarring. I don't recommend that one either. Getting your face burned off is unpleasant. And then shifts her shirt back into place.
Alright.
I mean, really, there's not been a whole lot of damaging effects from my magic going crazy.
Well,
But the possibility is there.
It is. And it's very worrying.
let us all simply pray for the best. And she actually, as she's sitting down at the table to eat with you guys, she actually, like, bends her head over and clasps her hands. Dear Goddess Valkyr, guide these saviors and guard them. Allow them honor and glory in battle, and deliver us all safely from this threat. Amen.
Alright. Everyone get your fill. We don't know what's about to happen, so this may be the best food we have for some time.
Well, if things go truly sideways, this may be the last time I see any of you.
I
What do you know?
I hope not.
If any of you do die, rest
Can
assured...
you keep a hold of Piggly Wiggly? I don't think he'll be that useful down in a mine.
I can hold on to the pig, yes. But what I was saying is that if
Squeak should
anyone...
probably stay here too.
Squeak should.
If any one of you does die, rest assured we will do everything in our power to recover your corpses, and you will receive a hero's burial.
Unless we get eaten by kobolds first.
Kobolds do not typically
Do
eat
they
people.
eat people?
No.
I don't think so.
Usually they have fungus farms, from what I know. Drow, you'd be more familiar.
Yes, the kobolds do tend to farm their own mushrooms and fungus. They do favor meats, yes. I have not seen them eat anything humanoid, though.
And there's your answer.
I'd pull Squeak out and set him next to Piggly Wiggly. I'd be like, okay, Squeak, this is Piggly Wiggly. Be nice. You be nice to Squeak.
If that mouse is strained, would it not be more useful in the mine, as it can fit into small areas which you cannot?
It's not a familiar.
Oh, that's just a
Yes,
mouse.
Just a mouse.
I see.
It's just
And
a
mine's
pet.
just a pig.
Well, I assumed you don't strike me as a mage.
Is Piggly Wiggly looking like he's going to eat Squeak?
No.
Pig!
Okay.
Pigs do not usually go out of their way to eat live mice.
I mean,
Just making sure.
they might try.
You two play nice.
Given the chance, I would not put it past a pig to try to eat a mouse.
A dead mouse? Certainly. A live mouse? Much less certain. Now, if it was just in the pig's way when it was already eating, it wouldn't give a shit. But, like, it's not gonna go, oh, look, a mouse! I'm gonna actively try to chase that mouse down and eat it.
Take the cheese off my sandwich and hand him to Squeak.
The pig does go for the cheese.
I'll split it between them. They can share.
Okay. And then, squeak, squeak, squeak!
Mouse noise.
The mouse and the pig have each had some cheese. Congratulations. This is peak D&D right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Anytime you have characters that have pets, this is the
Yeah,
half
it's
of
just,
the game.
it's Pet Food Simulator. I'm honestly surprised Weilinn didn't name the pig Spare Rations, though.
Spare rations. That would be so mean.
It's a great name for a pig.
Faeyra would not be as happy with that name.
No, I'm sure not.
Or spare rib. Spare rib.
Spare
Ooh,
ribs.
that's so much better than spare rations.
100% better.
Oh my god.
Baby
You
back?
guys are awful. You guys are terrible.
Yep.
We know.
If the time comes that we have to eat them, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's what
No,
barbecue
we
sauce
can't
is for.
eat Piggly Wiggly.
Do not meddle
I
in the
don't
affairs
think
of
they
dragons,
have
for you are
pork
crunchy and good
veal.
with ketchup.
I don't think there is such a thing as pork veal.
Nah, just baby back ribs.
Wait, isn't
We're
veal
not
like
eating Piggly
a
Wiggly.
type of meat?
Veal is calf meat, so baby cow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, the eating of Piggly Wiggly
Okay.
aside, you guys do manage to eat your food relatively quickly, snarf down whatever alcohol you're drinking, whatever water, and you may head out towards the mine.
Faeyra fed most of her sandwich to Piggly Wiggly and Squeak.
Of course she did.
It wasn't sweet. She didn't care. She was like, meh, whatever.
I love that sound effect.
Shakespeare.
Meh.
Alright.
Where do I can't put my backpack into my bag of or my pouch, can I?
No.
It would implode, wouldn't it?
No, it's just that your backpack is holding entirely too much shit. It just wouldn't fit.
It
You'd
doesn't
open it,
fit.
you'd try to put it in, it would just be trying to shove a whole ass Browning 50 cal into a fanny pack.
Well, I have a backpack and then I have the pouch that I just bought. I transferred most of the stuff into the pouch,
Yeah.
but then I still have my bedroll and my blanket in my backpack.
How much does the pouch? The pouch holds 30 pounds?
Yeah.
That was the 250 gold one?
Yes.
Oh,
That is correct. Alright, so
I tint in my rope in the pouch.
Lady Geyer pulls her coat around herself tight. And as she does so, she kind of flashes it open for a moment, trying to, get it properly on and up. And you guys do notice a gun underneath her jacket. A single lone pistol. As she kind of pulls her coat around her and cracks her neck with her fist. Alright, let's be about this. And she turns and walks out.
Alright. Oh, here we go, everyone.
So if you're looking at Iron Knoll, if you were to... The red building is where you guys currently are. If you were to follow that road down the hill, and then further north, north being to the right side of the map, you'll see that it eventually leads down off the hill altogether as you pass the blacksmith and the leatherworker and a couple of fortified storehouses, and up on the hill you see a fortified manor. And you descend down the hill and into the rolling hills a little bit and walk a decent ways, and eventually you reach another hill. And this hill is not really plateaued at all, it's just a round-topped hill. But sticking out of the round-top hill is the mouth of a mine shaft. Alright, here it is. Here's the shaft for Iron Knoll's mine.
Alright.
Shaft.
And at that, I'm gonna have to do this. And I will get the actual mine set up and get player tokens onto the mine. Give me one moment here.
That map works better than the last one.
I most certainly hope so. Characters.
all I see is black.
That's because nobody's on it yet. I said give me a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking listen.
Well,
Ow.
I didn't know you had the actual darkness and stuff enabled.
Yeah, it's a battle
The
map.
Weilinn took away
I
his
can see the
jerkiness
dark, but
naturally.
this is getting a little ridiculous.
Alright. Weilinn and Uthemar are going first, yes? Was what I was told?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the
Squeaky voice.
season.
I
I mean, if I'm gonna be, well, I guess are we reconning right now? We're not using the deck of illusions because I need
No.
I can't throw cards from the back of the pack.
Yeah, I can't see the map, even with the token on there. And I can't even see Weillinn's token.
You're gonna need to... You're one of the only tokens on there. You need to close out of the map and then reopen it now that your token is on. Who is next
Yeah,
in line?
no, I did.
So Weilinn, Uthemar, probably Mitzi. Do we want Mitzi and then Wiess, or Wiess then Mitzi?
Wiess is not here. Or Wiess is here?
This is coming. Man.
Wiess is coming with us.
Probably Wiess, Mitzi.
Yeah, you could do that. Weiss does have a shield.
Yeah, that's
Can I be up on the ceiling above the middle of the pack?
Sure. I'll just stick you kind of off kilter a little bit. You'll overlap Weiss and Mitzi, I guess. Oh, you know what would help if I actually fucking added Mitzi
Yep.
to the combat tracker? That might make it easier for me to find her.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds is just doing all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, mine's also being a little funky.
Yeah, it says connection to host lost.
I can't see
Odd.
character tokens for half of the people. I can see Uthemar's and I can see mine. Like I can see Drizzle's.
Well, they only just got. I only just finished adding everyone.
Tokens and
No, I mean even in like the
the-
combat tracker, nobody else has character tokens. Because like
Weird.
you can see a little teeny character token next to your name. I can only see mine, Drizzle, and Uthemar. I can't see anybody else's. They're just blank circles.
Bizarre.
And the
Yeah, I
map
see
is black
mine
with a
and
bunch of
I
red
see
X's
mine
on
and
it.
Mitzi is the only ones.
It kind of sounds like you don't have all your things loaded.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to restart Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
I've done that 3 times. Oh, Faeyra
Did you
just
check your
loaded.
modules?
Modules
Yeah.
wouldn't be affecting this.
I don't usually have image problems. That's just really annoying. Because
I was having
I
image
usually
problems. In my Thursday game, I was having image problems.
They rolled out a new update. It's possible they accidentally broke things when they did.
possibly
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
thinking.
do that a lot.
I mean, that is
It's hard
part
to
of
keep
game
everything
development.
working. Yeah,
Uh,
it's hard to
you-
keep everything working together.
It is. I'm sure it'll be fixed the next
Especially
couple
when you add
days.
new things.
They're pretty good about it.
Okay,
Fixing it.
that one's loading now.
Okay. Well, the important thing is that I have it loaded, and anyone who needs to see things can look at the stream as well, so...
Yeah, it's just hard to see because you've changed it to being such a small area now.
Yeah, it should be pretty large, though, if you actually full screen it. I did reconfigure it so that it should be much bigger now. Also, all you guys see right now is just the hallway you're descending down into.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have all of you guys in.
Oh, now it loaded, finally.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and... Okay, tokens are already pre-locked. Good. Let me go ahead and also do this, because this is going to become very quickly relevant. Grab the encounter and put that in. I believe everyone should be fully healed, right? Nobody should have any wounds.
Yeah, no, we should all be healed.
Have any ones? Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know
I'm
why.
fully healed.
For some reason, a couple of people had, like, a few wounds. There, it is now fixed.
It was from, I think it was from the hunting ship, wasn't it?
Hey, it's
Yeah.
good. Yay.
Cool. Alright.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Or can I just use my Gloomstalker?
You would have to use your 1-a-day invisibility.
I'll go ahead and use my 1-a-day invisibility.
Okay.
Then.
So you guys watch as you step down into this mine. The sound of rain petering out and being replaced by... Do I have a cave sound effect? Oh, I never did actually make a cave sound effect. I'm sad with myself now. I'll have to grab those for later. You hear the drip, 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 drop of water kind of leaking down from the ceiling, and the squelching of mud beneath your boots as you kind of walk across this track, and it goes down and down. It's a very slanted shaft, and it's kind of preventing you in many ways from seeing what lies ahead. Smelling of loam and moss, along with the tang of iron in the air.
Is it dark, humid,
Is it what?
or is it damp?
It's damp. It's definitely damp. I don't know what that has to do with dark.
What words just came out of your mouth? Yeah.
I was
Is it
just
dark
wondering if it was
humid
a
or is it
dark and
light humid?
Cave.
Well, it's
dark.
not dark, as it is very much illuminated by lanterns
Okay.
that are hanging from these rafters above you. That is why it is nice
Okay.
orange painted glow across the entirety of the map. And also why you can actually see. If I were to turn off those lights, you would not be able to see.
Okay. I was just
Oh,
trying
well,
to send you
might.
some ambience
Yeah, Velkin most
from
certainly
Michael
could.
Gelfi Studios.
Yeah. Well, I have stuff too.
First time the party would
I
be
just
seeing
never loaded
Falcon
them
with-
into my board. What were you saying?
All right.
I was saying that if the environment gets dark enough, this might be the first time the party would see Velkin's eyes.
I know, right? Unfortunately, now through the flickering light, it is dim. It is brightish dim light. You're relatively okay. Where you're in right now is dim. Further forward, where the lantern originates, it is bright. You can see it kind of casting up from the depths.
Okay.
What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna sneak forward.
Okay.
Kind of scout ahead.
Yeah, I think it's me and Uthmar's job to do that. Do you want me to roll initial sneak?
Okay, stop there. Uthemar?
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. And I do need you to roll an initial stealth. Yes, Weilinn. Uthemar does not because he's invisible.
Yeah, I just added the invisibility to my token.
Oh, fuck.
11? Alrighty. Give me one quick second here. I am 90% certain that 11 will beat the passive perceptions of the average kobold. I will verify that fact, but I would be shocked if it
I
didn't.
hope it does.
Let's see. yeah, it does. Let me double check a couple of the extra mobs. Actually, there's only one extra mod. That's actually okay. You sneak forward, keeping to the shadows as best as possible, holding yourself along the wall. Uthemar, you also step forward. You see, going out in front of you, a massive cavern, along with the rickety wood platforms that were mentioned to you. You see the tracks extend to those platforms, 4 giant pillars extending up into the roof of the cavern. You can't see what's within them, but you do see 5 dark alcoves along the walls.
Okay.
That's a big space. We don't see any movement or anything in this area.
Immediately known. If you would like,
Is
you
this-
may make me active perception check to see more than what I have described.
Fuck.
Damn. No for you. Uthemar?
14.
14. Okay. You do see.
Skills. I think I have a plus on my.
Probably. But I know exactly what I'm going to give you with what you got, so regardless of your plus. It wouldn't make it that much better. It could only be like a +3, I think, bringing it to 17.
Yeah.
This was more of a did you see or did
Which
you
one?
not see, not a how much did you see.
Okay.
You do see, on the far side of that platform on the ground, you see movement. And you know that to be 60 feet down, according to Lady Geir's description.
Oh wait, so like this is a drop right in front of us?
Yes.
Right
That
in front of
platform
you.
That platform in the sky, the platform is the only actual way to walk. If you were to step forward, Weilinn, you would drop straight down.
Oh, gotcha. And we see the movement on the middle platform, you said?
No, you don't see it at all. Uthemar sees it on the ground past the middle platform.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at those staircases, you see the little staircases off to the right-hand side, right? Each staircase is the half. If you're standing on the staircase, that's the halfway mark. The landing is 30 feet down from the main platform, and then being on the next staircase is another 15 feet down, and then the next stage is obviously...
You mean 30?
Gotcha.
30 feet?
The stump-looking things, those are pillars, I assume?
Yes, they are pillars. Lined with supports, as you can see on them, and then they also have lanterns affixed to them. So yeah, to re-describe that, Uthemar, so if you're zoomed in right on the staircase. So the main platform, the big one, that's 60 feet in the air. If you were to, in combat terms, move and stop on the first staircase, that is considered 15 feet below the main platform. Okay?
Right.
Then the next little platform, that's 30 feet below the platform. Also 30 feet of movement to get from the platform to the lower platform. And then 15 feet another 15 feet of movement will get you down onto the second staircase around the middle of it, and then another 15 feet will get you to the final floor. Comprende?
Not seeing...
Yep.
Not seeing anything immediately. I'm gonna motion to the party to move up quietly.
Alright, this is where I need everyone who is moving up to make me stealth checks. Wiess is going to be at disadvantage because she has chainmail. I will go ahead and roll that for Wiess. Yes, she does.
Hey, we're on the ceiling. How do you
Why
make
did
so
I-
You don't want me to roll it?
You can roll if you'd like.
Roll digital dice.
I'll roll it.
Wait, doesn't the cloak give you advantage on stuff?
Falcon.
Oh my
It does
God.
not, but if my actual dice gave me a 13 plus 4, so I got a 17.
Hey guys.
That
What?
digital dice.
Why do the digital dice hate us all today?
They really do. Don't roll them. Roll your regular dice.
Yeah. Drizzle got 16. Wiess got a 5.
God damn. Okay, so we're definitely spotted.
Alright, so, as you guys step forward, you hear a yelp, a yipping, and a barking in Draconic. Those of you who can understand Draconic hear the barking of orders across this cavern. Intruders! Fire!
Oh no.
Alrighty, so
Fuck.
everyone was moving up. With that, everyone can be seen with the exception of Uthemar, so Uthemar is the only one that is not liable to get hit by this. So, let's see here. How many player tokens are going to be hit in total? I'm going to go ahead and give Weilinn the benefit of the doubt. He was also hidden. But the group moving up together is definitely moving up together, and so they're all visible, which means that is going to be
I'm a very small target along the ceiling.
You are, but you also rolled a very, 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 very bad stealth
Not on
check.
my actual dice.
You're also on the ceiling going, hey, I'm over here!
You said I can roll my actual dice.
Yeah, but you can't re-roll your roll just because I'm letting you roll your actual dice. That's not how that works. Come on now. Alright, so Faeyra does a... Those are D10s. Those are not actually useful.
My AC is 12.
Alrighty. So a 9 does not hit.
Just by.
A 5 does not hit.
Holy damn.
Let me see here. A 23 hits.
Yeah.
An 18
What the hell
hits. And a 16 hits.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna
That's a
die.
lot of damage.
Alright. So we'll have 3 going at Faeyra.
I'm about to drop off the ceiling. I'm unconscious on the
Okay.
ground.
Let me verify a piece of equipment here. I think I know the answer. I do, in fact, know the answer.
Was I able to see how many
Alright,
guys were
Faeyra.
down below?
No, you just saw movement. Faeyra, you take 8 points of damage.
Now, jeez.
I will
You know,
describe...
if you hit 3 times, 8 is not that bad.
True,
No.
true. Alright, so, you guys step forward, and almost immediately, after hearing that barking, you hear the telltale whistling, as just this storm of arrows comes flying towards you. Faeyra, you hear whip past you, and then you get hit 3 times, as arrows bite into your flesh. Luckily, you're on the ceiling, so the hits that miss don't really have a chance of hitting the people down below. Everyone else, on the other hand, this might get spicy. Alrighty, so the next person
Mitzi's a pretty big target.
who failed their stealth check. Oh yeah, I should actually roll Mitzi's stealth. 1 second. Mitzi actually succeeded. Neat.
Man.
Seeing
Did
the
I succeed
arrows.
with 16?
You did, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the choice I will give both you and Mitzi as people who passed. You may choose to allow yourself to be included in the hit pool, or you may choose to be stealth. So if you want the damage to be split, including you guys, we can do that. Or you can save your own skins. What would you like to do? Mitzi's gonna take
Drizzle's
hits.
gonna try to... Yeah.
Weilinn and Uthemar, are you getting in on the getting hit action or no?
No, Uthemar's like.
He's not gonna pop his
crashing
invisibility?
into No,
Twice will be fine.
because I want to be able to get an attack of opportunity on these guys.
Yeah, I'm squishy. I should.
Yeah, I'll stay out of it.
You're staying out of it?
Who is it? Who's getting hit? Wiess and Mitzi?
No, that is gonna be literally. So Mitzi's gonna get hit, so it's gonna be Wiess. Mitzi and Velkin are going to eat the entire rest of the arrows, split between them.
Wiess and Mitzi are pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Weiss has less health than I do.
She has a really high AC though.
She does have my ASC though, yeah.
Alright, so Wiess will be the next target then. Okay, so let me count how many D20s I need for all of this. sentences no player ever wants to hear their DM say.
Yeah. Jeez.
Alright, how many D10 20s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I actually have 11. So here's how we're gonna do this. We got this to divide. 5 for sure will go twice. 7 would leave me with 13. We're gonna start this off with 7 on Weiss. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume the nat 20 hits.
Yeah.
A dirty 20 hits.
Yes. Let me just make sure she doesn't.
The 12 does the 12 hit?
No.
13?
No.
Alright. So that is 2 hits, one of which is a crit. And 5 misses. Let me go ahead and roll the percentile dice to see what critical injury Weiss gets right off the bat. Okay. Pull up that table. Oof. Alright, so first arrow comes whizzing in, catches Weiss right in the side of the head.
Okay.
Dealing 10 points of damage, and you watch as it literally sticks into her ear and is dug into the side of her head as she kind of collapses to the side, screaming in pain. She now has major ear trauma.
Okay.
And then the next damage is... That didn't even roll, that just kind of plopped. Roll. 3 more points of damage, so she takes a total of 13 from those first 7 arrows.
That's a lot, dude.
Yep, crits suck. This is why you, This is why you don't use your non-stealthy people as scouts.
Our stealthy people were the scouts.
I know. They just didn't do a very good job of scouting.
Hey, I wasn't the one that told everybody to move up.
Playing the blame game, huh? Alright, Mitzi's gonna take a whole pile of them.
I was going to say that I saw movement down below, and he signaled before I could say anything.
Mitzi also takes a critical hit. Holy shit.
Oh, Mitzi.
Let's see how Mitzi does on this, though. Okay. Mitzi doesn't give a shit. Arrow comes flying in, literally pierces her nose. And now there's just an arrow through her nose.
Wow, okay.
She kind of looks down at the arrow, looks out at the kobolds, and goes, "Oi! The fuck was that for?" She now has disadvantage on all smell-based perception checks. Oh no.
Oh no, what's she ever gonna do about that?
She does take 12 points of damage from that nosebleed, though.
Ouch.
And then
Piercings up
an
into her
additional
skull.
4. So 16 points on Mitzi.
You could turn it into a cool nose ring.
You could.
Wait, so there's fucking hell? How many kobolds are?
And then last,
I assume lots.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll
I know how many are down there.
another.
Well, there's at least fucking 12.
more than that.
Against Mitzi. Another one hits. Another 6. So that is total of 12. 22 is what Mitzi has just taken. But I need to remember that Stone Goliaths have a feature that do things. Let me double check that
she's a
feature
frost
real quick.
Goliath.
She is not. She is a Stone Goliath.
Ah.
Okay. So that is a d12 plus your con mod once per long rest. And on that crit, she's definitely going to use that. Oh my god! Okay. Let me verify her con mod real quick. World projects, Amber Hail, campaign stuff, characters, Mitzi. Okay, so she removes 13 of those points of damage.
Nice.
So she's only taken 9. Which fits with her yelling at the kobold. Oi, what the fuck was that for? Technically she can only shrug off a maximum of 10 of those, I think? Or 12 of those? But yeah, so she's at 10 actually. Which leaves us with, I believe, 6 going towards Velkin.
Ooh. You said 6 points?
No. 6 attacks.
6 arrows.
Okay.
Alright, so the only things that hit were 2 nat 20s and a non-nat 20.
Jesus, Abby.
Falcon.
I'm rolling
Falcon.
so hot right now.
Stop it!
Look, I'm having Drizzle luck from, or Coen luck from that one fight.
Oh god, that was gross.
That really was gross. Okay. That is a... Alright, so
Falcon.
your Velkin, the first arrow pierces your leg, your right leg. You now have a limp. You lose 5 feet of movement. Until it is
Alright, it's not like
treated.
all of my other characters don't have 5-foot movement penalty.
Right.
I used to be an adventurer like you till I took an arrow to the knee.
Terrible.
The other one hits you in the shoulder, robbing you of the use of your shoulder.
That one
Great,
was-
I need that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Mitzi can heal most of this shit. You take 14 points of damage, 15 points of damage. Alrighty. Alright, and that is where the surprise round ends. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to retreat here and reformulate your plan. If you would like to.
Yeah, I would
Yeah, I
like
don't-
to do just that.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend. Okay, if these guys can reload their weapons quickly, if they're just standard bows or whatever, they can just shoot another volley down real quick. But if they are crossbows, they take a little bit more.
The kobolds are
Effort to
regular.
Alright, so the 2-minute timer to decide what it is you guys are going to do has officially started.
Okay, I vote we retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a plan.
I can leave one of my contraptions behind to cover our retreat.
Alright, which contraption are you summoning?
I'm summoning the smaller version of the howitzer. I
Alright.
have named Mordenkainen's Sledgehammer.
Alright, I will, as you guys retreat, under hail of arrows, you watch as Velkin drops out of the sky, a much smaller version of the massive tank that you guys had seen before, and I'll let you get off one attack. I assume you're gonna shoot at one of the groups of archers?
Yes.
You can actually see them because you have dark vision. They're just hidden because most people can't.
Okay.
I should be able to see him too, but I can't see him on the map.
Again, same reason. Most of the party does
Yeah.
not have dark vision, so. You can tell
Can
that.
I see how many are in the group down below?
No, you can't actually see the group down below. You just saw the movement. The archers are not from down below. I will open up these things so that the people who have dark vision... See, actually, I just realized, technically, some of those hits are not possible. Because I miscalculated. My bad. Everyone who took damage, I'm just go ahead and say have that.
Okay.
That is my
Opposed to the
bad.
kobolds just turning on no clipping mode.
Yeah, and shooting through the walls. Yeah, that's not what happened. My apologies. I forgot that you guys were not on the main platform area yet. You were only in the hallway, which means only
Out of the hall.
a couple of those groups can actually see. That is my bad. I got excited.
You just wanted to murder us.
Actually, what happened was I forgot that was how I designed the dungeon, and I was prepping based on my memory, and so I was just like, oh yeah, no, that's when they hit this point, this is gonna happen. I forgot, wait, no, I didn't prep the dungeon that way, that's not correct. I didn't look at the map, I just rolled the dice that my head said I was supposed to. Like an idiot. So everyone takes only half that much damage, so that's much better for everybody. Velkin, I will go ahead and remove your shoulder injury.
Yay!
And go ahead and make an attack. Which group do you want to make that attack against, Velkin?
I'll make it towards the ones directly in front of us, because I assume that's where they are.
Yeah, there is a group directly in front of you. You should be able to see it now. Oh, no, I have
highlighted in my...
That would be because I didn't include it in party vision, like an idiot. I'm doing great tonight, guys.
Alright, yeah. Shooting a kobold pack 2.
Go for it. Is that an AoE or no?
It is not listed as an AoE, but it is described very much as an AoE type attack.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and shoot a kobold.
Weirdly enough, the only thing marked AoE is actually my heal tank.
Weird. Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah. I don't have bad for this, but it would run essentially off my...
Nice.
So yes, I know that says a rifle, but that's actually the tank.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything set up for auto-rolling these guys.
You hit.
Marked as summons. Okay. 2d8. 10 points of force damage.
Alright, so you watch in glee
there is-
with your what's up?
There's an added effect. They have to make a dex save or be pushed 5 feet away.
Well, that would imply that what is about to be narrated didn't happen. So everyone else is retreating as you watch these archers starting to like pull another draw from their quiver. And you summon this thing. Fire the shot and watch as glee as this direct impacts one of the kobolds and just sprays red across the entire group. Just misses them.
He
So-
blew up one of the kobolds.
Oh, there is not a kobold there anymore. It is. There was. There very much was.
Question. These are black powder weapons, correct?
Not this one per se. This is a magical weapon.
Alright. I was gonna say repeated fire should build up a smoke cloud.
Alright, and you guys all managed to make it out of the dungeon. And as Mitzi sits around patching up your injuries, as you guys exit the tunnels, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn it.
It's only 10 o'clock.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is our end time. So, thank you
I have to go.
everybody for watching. I hope everybody had a fantastic time, and we will catch you guys in 2 more weeks to see what sort of ingenious plan this group can come up with to deal with the problem at hand.